I would like it if someone would at least keep an eye on the stream health, just to let me know if it starts fading in and out.
Yeah, I've got YouTube as always.
Okay, thanks. Speaking of YouTube, I've got it up, and YouTube is live. Episode of Edge of the Empire at Relics of a Time Past, session 15, I believe. Let's go ahead and get this initiated. Last we left off, we had some crazy stuff going on, and unfortunately, one of our party had to leave. But speaking of which,
yes.
oh, it's fine. Does anybody have to leave right now for this session?
I don't believe so. I should be fine.
Yeah, I got nowhere to be. It's all good.
Okay. Because I know, Lance, you're on call. For everyone, stream and my guys, my allergies are kicking my butt today, so I'm probably going to be quiet at times. That's literally just me hacking. You don't want to hear it. Either way.
So, mental note, we have to grill Ket for everything.
Grill him? Lovely.
Choice of words. Careful with tough. We might actually end up trying to eat barbecued Toydarian.
Hey, well, in my other session, the guys used a incendiary bomb and killed a shit. Who did they kill? Some alien thing. And then Tiberius was like, "Yeah, let's have roasted whatever that species was." And I was like, "Okay, but your ship is crashing." And yeah.
Yeah, I haven't actually get to watch it since the second stream.
No,
Are all the
this one hasn't been up because our recorder Ivan, he was in China for a bit.
Oh darn! So we're missing all the good stuff.
Yeah, he missed a ship crashing. That is all.
Well, I haven't even missed the one that wasn't on recording or wasn't on live stream. It was recorded, I believe it was. I haven't seen that if it's even up.
As I said, it's not up.
Okay.
Ivan's been in China.
Okay, so I used to actually upload stuff on my phone, so didn't know if he did that at all. Anyways, last session they finally left the Plague Marsh, made it to Lost Village after an interesting bit, and they were, as they were saying, grilling Ket. And then they had a conversation, decided they wanted to hold off because Tuff was on here to have Rose speak her mind and all that. So we're going to catch up there. Tuff, are you ready?
Yeah, I wrote this last night, so I'm hoping this is good.
Yeah, Tuff's first little intro coming from the point of view of Rose. We are all waiting for this one. No pressure.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, it's going to be shit, and it's going to be great. All right. Red log update for Rose. Date. Oh, who cares? Fuck this place. Damn Ghost thinks it's bloody powerful. It thinks I am damned, yet his as well. The contradiction is... whatever. He also told me that the Force is a lie. I am guessing the crazed man never really saw me save Desric's ass. Should have let him fall, but whatever. This Force is done. I'm on this path with him. The ghost mentioned that I'm also a puppet of the dark flame. Oh, yeah, that's something. Give me time. Give it time. Regardless, the ghost couldn't keep us in that damn marsh, even if it wanted to. We left, thankfully, crystal in hand. Not mine, unfortunately. We have the scepter as well. We have them both. It's fine. Luckily, they weren't damaged as the bloody ghost decided it would be fun to throw trees at us. Luckily, we're out now. The fog has stopped. However, the tendrils continue on my spine. And it's annoying. We walked a fair bit and we found a place. We stayed in it. The eyes kept looking while I was sleeping. And then I saw this, and then we got bloody broken into. Some blue-skinned, red-eyed, force, five-faced thing. Seems like he leads the eyes, is my guess. They seem very attracted to this bot, I think. This new guy, Bluey, thinks he can outdo the businessman. Interesting concept. The BM could be lying. Don't care. He also wanted to buy the crystal off us. What a joker. However, he could be right. Maybe this guy might teach me how to use this crystal. Who knows? He bases his talk a lot on trust, though. Whatever. We left. Tensions still rise about this crystal on the scepter. They want to give them both. Why not lie and just give them the scepter, and I can keep the crystal? We'll see. We made it back to Lost Village. We found Ket. He does not want to know the full extent of what happened in that marsh. Anyway, Ket thinks Bluey, the guy who probably owns the Wayfarer, is worse than the businessman. Wow. Ket is going to contact Jade Hope, thankfully, down in Skyrise. May help get us off this rock. Ket even pay for us. What a good man. Log end. Wait. Extra notation. Query. Is it selfish to think about yourself to save just one person in the galaxy, or is it actually selflessness? If so, it may make Illy just as selfish as I am. But her heart is in the right place, I suppose. Maybe the daughter is on my path for a reason. We shall see. End log.
Definitely interesting.
Nicely done. Very terse.
Lance,
She's terse.
thoughts? Illy, thoughts?
Thoughts about what?
Yeah, it was very terse, and then there was that interesting little twist there at the end. Tough. That was nice. It's like, oh, okay, where are we going with that little train of thought?
I like it. And I'm interested to see where that train goes.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's headed off a cliff with this party.
Yeah.
I don't think it's off the cliff. I think it's just going way too fast into several curves.
That might be over cliffs.
Well, going into a cliff, and then somehow
Well, I
magically
suppose
going
that's
off
on
one.
You're welcome. Alright, we have a Ket to deal with.
Actually, you guys were talking among yourselves for a bit, so...
Oh, do we? Alright, that's fine.
Oh, that was the last y'all left off.
Oh shit. I don't need the robes anymore.
So, guys, we've got, what, 3 hours, according to Ket, to make it to Skyrise? The
I believe
Wookiees are
it
still
was-
trapped in Sunken Tower.
No, it was...
We have about 24
That's a
hours. We have a day.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
we're
would
at
take
24
you
hours?
3 hours to get to...
Okay, I
yeah.
mixed that up.
If you can delete the robes, I haven't got them anymore. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we've got roughly a day to get to Skyrise before Jade takes off. The Wookiees are still trapped in Sunken Tower, and we never made contact with the freed Wookiee slave in Lost Village. If we're going to free the
Right.
slaves in Sunken Tower, maybe it's worth just letting the slave in Lost Village go.
We are here now. We can talk to her if we can find her. But you're right, time is short.
I think we have to prioritize. You've got a contact you need to meet in Skyrise, and we still really haven't decided what to do about the artifacts. Desert's going to gesture to the backpack where he has the artifacts stored.
FYI, Ket is still in the room, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I've already said my piece about it.
I don't like our position. We're stuck between two powerful entities we have no control and no bargaining power with.
Well, then let's go with what we know. Doge has acted on multiple occasions to save all of us in some form or fashion from the Empire. Yet he works with them. He doesn't seem like the kind to cut loose and then turn on someone. And it certainly wouldn't do him any good. I mean, for sake of argument, if he was to simply turn his back on us and turn us over to the Imperials, what's to stop us from talking about his involvement in the whole mess? And that would destroy his credibility. He's not going to do that.
And I'm sure I could spin a fancy tale of how he attacked those troopers in New Talon to kidnap me. After all, throwing a flashbang out in broad daylight does tend to attract a little attention.
I'm not interested in holding him over the coals. I don't think he's going to turn around and betray us. So in and amongst all these various powers with their different goals and aspirations, he's probably caught in the middle the same as us. And he's probably our strongest ally down here.
Well, no argument there. Last we left Doge, he was headed back to the New Volkers base after we cleared it out. That's a little out of our way, but there's transport there. Might not be a bad idea to make our way that way. Rose, Leo, you've been pretty quiet.
The jammer
I'm
is
interested.
still on, so Leo, you're still having those odd effects.
You guys already know my proposition. I just want the crystal, and I want to go off this rock. However, I know we have a few other things to do, and the question is priorities. I say we stick with the businessman. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, real quick. I forgot. I did roll obligation, and it came up. Leo.
Oh shit. Ah, yes. Thank God.
Just not a crit, but it is up, so... Third episode in a row where your obligation is here.
I sense a short circuit incoming.
Probably.
Well, the second episode was just bleed off from the crit.
Yet, technically, it only rolled twice.
Can you hear us, Jonas?
No, we can't.
Hello? Oh dear. Yeah, I get the
Nope.
feeling something's up with his mic. He's throwing stuff up in chat, so.
Oh, and there he goes.
Where? It was just me and Tuff that threw something up in chat.
I'm guessing in-game? Was that where you were
In-game
looking?
chat, yep.
Oh,
in-game.
I can't actually see it because my chat boxes are gone and my thingy's there. What do you say?
Hello?
Hello!
There we go.
Okay,
He said, "Oh, you're kidding me," and then hold on.
yeah, I have a feeling that there is some bug with Discord right now where if I change the channels, it'll either mute my mic or it'll mute my sound.
Real quick, is your Discord being run as administrator?
Probably not.
Take it off, run
Don't
it
mind
as
it.
administrator. That does cause a lot of issues. It does it every time
Yeah.
I do it. It keeps me from talking when I'm in game, or it won't pick you guys up if I'm streaming or recording.
Well, it's working for the time being, so let's just do that.
Okay.
Okay, so what were you trying to say when you were wanting to talk?
Well, you had said that the machine that
Obligation?
was Ket. No, you,
Oh.
you said that machine that Ket had activated was still on. So Leo is going to turn off his visor off for the time being. I've already reduced my strain threshold down by 2.
Okay.
And
Everybody else reduced theirs by 1.
Oh.
I assume we still haven't healed any additional strain or wounds from last session.
You've only reduced about half your strain from last session because it was interrupted sleep.
Yes. So, Leo is going to make a comment that, whilst he would prefer to carry on with what they're about to do, we are in a pretty rough state and we require some rest before we continue on.
Well, we've got 24 hours. And if we are going to do anything in Sunken Tower, we don't know how long that's going to take. I suggest we push through.
As much as I'd like a rest, I would tend to agree with Ileana. We are short on time, and we've got a whole lot of things to do and not a lot of time to do it. So I'm inclined to head straight to Skyrise, but I know there were priorities in both Lost Village and Sunken Tower. So, Leo, Tough, what do you want to do? Or sorry, Leo, Rose, what do you want to do?
My circuits are currently functioning at 40% capacity. It would not be wise for us to get involved in any tough situations for the time being. I would strongly recommend we rest for the time being.
I have a few spare beds up top.
What are our current objectives? This is not Rose speaking, this is actually tough.
Essentially, we have three major objectives left. One is to get the female Wookiee hopefully on our side to help out with the slaves. We go to Sunken Tower.
Or Tough
free
kills
the
it for the
slaves.
bounty. Or Rose, I should say.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Thought the intention was to turn her in, but we also don't have
more
a
money for
functioning-
turning her in, yeah.
We don't have a functioning slave collar because that got tested. We have to go to Sunken Tower, free the slaves, and then get our asses to Skyrise. Hopefully without a whole truckload of people on our tail. And essentially, if they are going to get off-world, then Pith has a very limited window of opportunity to get people into that, to get the rebellion or whoever to that, was it a water pipe of some kind?
Yeah, down there.
Yeah, basically to get them in position to get the Wookiees out. And that's assuming they can get past the blockade.
Right, and there's multiple missions within Skyrise, or multiple objectives within Skyrise. Illy's got a contact to save her daughter. We've got to meet up and make contact with one of the businessman's contacts, or alternatively, the blue-skinned guys.
Chiss.
The Chiss. Additionally, there's Ket's contact Jade, who's our ticket off Terrace, but I don't know that we're ready to leave if we haven't completed the other objectives. And whether or not we're going to take Pith with us. Well, I think we wanted to pick him back up on our way through Sunken Tower, and I thought we were going to do that as part of freeing the Wookiees. So
yeah, we are not leaving without him.
Yeah, there's a lot to do in the next 24 hours.
Shit.
Indeed.
All right.
Yeah, so not really a whole lot of time to rest.
And on top of this, none of this gets Desric's ship fixed, so...
His ship will be fine.
Yeah, says the droid who wants to sell it to Jawas.
Hey, you never know. Maybe the Imperials have already grabbed the thing and sold it for scrap.
Don't talk about my baby like that.
Baby.
Maybe they put it into a museum.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not helping Zeke.
What's he doing?
Lovely. All right. I think Rose speaks up and says, Well, a bounty hunter doesn't leave a bounty unchecked. If you guys want to save the goddamn Wookiees, then we should do that now. Get paid, move on. Hopefully, this won't take the whole 24 hours.
So I guess then the question is, where is she?
I do have a theory about that.
Go on.
Desric, remember that Wookiee we spoke to before?
Yeah, the one in the cafeteria. He said he knew of her or had seen her.
I have a feeling that if we find him again, we are likely to find her.
Above board question: what time of day is it right now?
It's
Early morning. So 6, 7.
Well, the morning rush is probably at that local eatery. We can try and head down there and find them. What's the plan?
Well, if it were up to me, I would say speak to her politely and let's try to get her to cooperate. She knows what everyone over there is going through. If she has a chance to do something about it, maybe she'll take it.
Sounds good to me. And Leo, be extra cautious with the Shiri-Wook translation. I don't need to piss off another Wookiee.
I have no intention of it.
Another Wookiee.
Thank you. Well, the last one I talked to seemed to burst into tears. I'd prefer not to upset the next one because the reaction might not be sadness. It might be anger.
Fair enough. I believe I did see some of that. Yes, that was a very different reaction than I expected.
Yet, given what I experienced in that place,
Oh no, now
let's say I
quite
can relate.
understand. Yes. Rose?
Let's go. And Rose just walks out.
Okay. Minor point.
She walks back in.
Just so we're clear, we're all on the same page. If she goes
Get the
back,
Wookiee, get paid, do whatever you guys need to do.
and our Wookiee friend stays alive and unharmed, correct?
Yes, Mom.
Thank you.
And Rose walks out.
Oh, it's off. That's brilliant.
Oh, that does remind me. Cat,
Yes?
do you want some advice?
Advice for what?
Don't worry, he's going to give it to you whether you ask for it or not.
That is correct. Fire the Sprog.
Sprog?
The young, sniveling infant in your employ.
Oh, yeah. He works for the blue skin dude.
Yeah, I'd rather not fire him. At least not yet. If I do, they probably suspect I'm going to turn them in or something.
Yes, that would be kind of a thing.
At least reduce his responsibilities and keep him away from anything you do not wish someone to what's the word? Interact with.
Understood.
Ket,
Hmm.
watch your back.
That's something I can do. And I would say the same for you.
Will do. See you when we see you.
As the rest of the group starts to funnel out, Desric's going to hang back for a second to talk to Ket.
I will remind you that I still cannot see.
He begins to turn off the jammer. Your eyes, you suddenly feel the sensation dissipate, but you turn your eyes off.
Okay, so the receptors go back on again, and as soon as they get on, he heads out after Rose.
Alright. I assume everyone but Ket and Desert's out.
Yep.
Yep.
So Desert's going to approach Ket. I owe you a thank you and an apology. This has been madness. But I need to ask one more favor, old friend.
What can I help you with, Desert?
Can you get a message to Warwick?
Yeah, he contacted me not too long ago. He's on his way.
The Empire, or at least someone, seems to know about our little sabotage. The warning that Jer sent, he sent a call or two. Sabotage has been undone. Someone knows. Warwick needs to watch his back, and he shouldn't come to Terrace.
I'll send it. You watch your back then. I have no
Will
idea
do.
who this Jer is, but if he's sending something to you, especially to this damn blockade.
He's made some new powerful friends. He was once my friend, but circumstances have changed.
If worst comes to worst, can you defend yourself from him?
Can I? Maybe. Do I want to is an entirely different question.
Doesn't matter if you want to. So you need to survive. Survive now, mourn later. That's the way it works out here on the Outer Rim.
It's not the mourning that bothers
Oh.
me, Ket. It's the having to live with myself afterwards.
I think the stream might have gone down. Not sure yet. Nope. Oh, sorry.
OBS still says it's good. You
We're
double
good?
sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good now, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed a bit of a lag spec on your end, Zeke, but it seems to have settled down for now.
Hey. I need a new net connection. I need fiber. And a better PC.
Well, they say fiber is good for you.
Small doses.
Unless you just don't get enough of it. Anyways.
I'll watch my back, old friend. You watch yours.
Will do. Get to Jade. Get off.
Will do. See you when I see you.
He nods and just kind of starts cleaning up.
And Desert's going to make his way out.
Alright. You're out. I'm assuming everyone else is around the speeder.
Yep.
Leo is checking the speeder over for bugs.
Roll perception.
Uh, oh, okay. One success.
One success. Any
Yeah, straight.
any advantage?
No, just one success.
Well, with your circuits kind of being as they are, I'm assuming some part of you's preoccupied on, the Wookiee right now.
Mhm.
And, your eyes have been really messing up because of the events lately. You're taking a long time to do this, but you have yet to find anything. And when I say long time, I'm talking, it's probably going to be about 30 minutes for you. Whether someone wants to stop you, I'll leave it to them.
Desert's going to kind of come out and watch the others standing by the car or standing by the vehicle, and the robot walking around, the droid tearing through everything. Leo, what are you doing?
Checking the speed over for bugs. The Pantoran with the eye infection, he seemed to be aware of this vehicle, considering they moved it in front of the hut we were in. I was wondering if they had tampered with it in any way.
I'm guessing if they're gifted the same way or similarly to Rose, it won't be bugs, but I can give it a once-over if you want.
Please do so. Like I
Skullduggery,
said,
Zeke?
Yeah.
my circuits are functioning at 40% capacity right now. I'm having a difficult time.
One second, just making sure I don't have any talents that apply to this. No.
Yeah, you're not convincing this thing to show if there is one.
So many times your convincing demeanor would be awesome, but it just doesn't show up.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, 2.1. And I remember why I went to the tower. Trying to throw the dice with the lag is horrifying.
You got lag?
Yeah, well, you see where my cursor is and how far the dice rolled.
Ta-da!
That's weird. I'm not getting any lag. And you're about as close as I am.
Ah, the tower returns.
Huh. Hold on, I got an
Alright.
idea. I got an idea.
Ah, okay.
Oh, we're getting fancy with it.
Give it a little extra of a roll.
That one.
Are we going to stick with the 2.1 or do you want me to reroll?
Go ahead and re-roll, because you said it didn't go very far.
This is when he gets like 0 success. And 1
Yeah, 3 blanks.
Yeah, seriously.
Ah.
I
Okay,
actually turned out to be better.
3.1. That's a little better.
Well, it was a good thing because I rolled a 2.5.
Seriously, how
Oh.
hard is it to sweep for bugs? I've done it on almost every vehicle we've had on Terrace. What's the difficulty on that roll?
A 4. These guys
you're not
are very good.
Guess you're not sweeping for the right kind of bugs.
No,
Well,
it
he
took
succeeded,
you
so
a
he gets it.
long time, but you finally find it. It is in a really, really obscure place. And you have no idea how they got it in there. It's a tiny bit of space, and it's like shoved way back there. You almost missed it. It took you a long time because you kept going over that one spot, and something's back there. It just barely catches your eye, and your subconscious is telling you something. Your conscious doesn't even know it. But there's no way you can get it. There's no way you can reach, even stick something in and get it. You have no idea how it got there. That it's there. Whether or not you know it's a bug or not, you have a feeling it may be, but you're not 100%.
Okay. Good instinct. There's definitely something here. But Rose, I'm guessing they used their special floaty powers to make it get to wherever it is, because there's no way any being in the verse can stick their hand where that sucker is.
Can you get it out?
Not unless you can float it out.
Try.
So Desric's gonna kind of show Rose where it is. This device that he believes to be a bug is, and I guess Rose is gonna try and pull it out of there.
No.
Well,
No, Rose isn't.
either
Rose
way,
wants you to figure it out, Desric.
Ellie has a
I-
toolbox,
I-
toolkit.
Yeah, I can't get to it. I told you there's no human hand, no being, no physical being. Can
not
reach
even
what it
a
is.
pinky can fit through there.
I just like.
So somebody
I-
put it there with the force. Is what
I-
Desric is trying
I
to
know.
say.
I know what you're saying, Desiree. It's okay. And I just go and put my hand on the car and let it come out.
Well, it's about a foot in this one area. And
Yes, I got a light. All right.
there's only millimeters of space between when you pull it out. Basically, it is just scrunched up there. The fact that he found it was actually pretty good. But it eventually comes out, and it is indeed a tracker.
Son of a bitch.
Is it still active?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let us find a passing vehicle.
Good idea. And Rose is just going to look around and see if she can find a passing vehicle, basically.
It seems a lot of people tend to get around on foot. Yours is the only vehicle around.
All right.
Um,
We might not have a vehicle to get it, but I can take it somewhere else. They'll be looking for.
Ooh. Actually, no. Never mind.
Rose just flicks it to Ileana.
She'll catch it and
Illy, just make sure we ditch that thing before we head back to the base. Or to see Pith.
I'll be getting rid of it. And in case it picks up on audio, best to hush up. So Illy is going to take a walk around for either another vehicle, even if it's not moving, or just some quiet alley where she can ditch this thing.
Again, yours is the only vehicle around. It seems everyone prefers to get around on foot here. So you get to an alleyway, and I assume you just toss it?
Yeah, I'll try and find some refuse or something to kind of bury it in so that it's somewhat obscured.
Oh, there is a trash can.
That will do.
All right.
So, yeah, she'll toss it in there.
Done. The air is foul.
Yeah. All right, she'll head back to the group.
And
That
we'll have
could-
piled into the speeder.
Yep.
That could have been bad.
Well, let's assume there's another one. We're not going back to the base.
Indeed. At least not until we find another vehicle to travel in.
All right. Well, everybody's got to be hungry at this point, and we need to go find that Wookiee. So, to the eatery.
All right.
Make our way there.
Driving or just walking?
Yeah, Desert is going to drive us there.
All right.
Deshrick's going to take the wheel.
Y'all arrive at the eatery. Crowds is starting to pick up.
I was going to say, oh God, we're all going to die.
Hey,
Yep.
pilot here.
I was about to say
By the
only
way,
one
I'm
who's
getting an echo off somebody.
not me. I'm using the headset and push to talk.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hi.
I think we're fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
I
right,
was
yeah.
hearing an echo of my own voice. I wonder if somebody's got the stream open.
Nah, they're not using a headset. Either way, the crowd is starting to pick up, not just in the eatery but around as well.
All right, we'll go in and get some food. I'll be right back.
So after we place our order, Desert's going to look around to see if he sees the same Wookiee he spoke to earlier.
At this point, no.
Okay. Is the same waitress there?
Yes, she is just arriving.
Okay. So Desert's going to make his way up to the counter and order. Do they have the equivalent of Star Wars coffee? I have no idea what it would be called.
Calf.
Calf, yes.
Or Java juice. Java juice.
Mixed results.
Calf.
It's calf.
But not soy calf.
Yeah, that's like worse than putting bantha droppings in your calf.
But
They
yeah,
do that. They did that in the core worlds, by the way. The really fancy calf is pre-digested
Oh, God.
by banthas and then roasted.
Anyway.
Ugh.
Sidetracked. All right, moving on. So Desrick's gonna go up to the waitress and order a drink of calf and kind of see if she recognizes him.
Well, you're back again. Well, I guess you didn't go into the marsh then. Pours you a cup of calf.
Yes and no.
She kind of starts eyeing you. What do you mean yes and no?
I made it in and made it back out. But you were right. I shouldn't have gone in the first place.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people just complain about nightmares. Not many were willing to tell. I'm interested. Are you willing to tell?
Honestly, it's difficult to explain. And quite frankly, it's personal. But
Your call.
you
They're
know,
always personal.
there was somebody else. I think I spoke to him last time I was in, a Wookiee who made it in and out again. You don't happen to know if he's around? It might be good to talk to somebody who's, seen both sides of it.
He'll be here in a few minutes. He always shows up at the same time before heading off. Orders a lot. At least recently, like twice as much as he used to.
Well, when he comes in, I'll pay for his order. Just if you wouldn't mind, ask him if he could come see me. I'll be over there with my friends. And Desert's going to point to the table where everybody else is.
All right, but it'll probably be in about 10 minutes.
Thanks, appreciate it. And Desert's going to go back to the other table.
Now, before you go, she's out. Wait a second. Pours you a much larger cup of calf. If you've been in there, you might need this then. And your friends, are they going to want one?
Definitely. And then, what does? So Desert offered to pay for the Wookiee's food.
Until
And
he gets
we
in,
wanted-
she won't know the price.
Okay, no worries.
But
Uh,
okay, I'll just pour you 2 extra glasses because I got yours right here, and I'll have them sent over.
Thanks. And Desert will throw down some credits.
No, she says they're on the house.
Again, thanks. And Desert will walk off.
All right. You get there. A few minutes later, like a minute later, the coffee arrives for everyone. Nice, tall, steaming cup of coffee. Or calf. Do you guys have anything to say? You can say it now, or we can skip to the time when the Wookiee comes in.
Skip to the time.
That's fine by me.
Desert
Okay.
just wants to make one more incidental before we skip time forward. He's going to raise the calf up to Illy and Rose, and then look over to Leo. It's not rest, Leo, but it helps.
I'm sure it recharges your batteries.
Wait, they don't make calf for droids? Wait a minute. Hold that thought. That would be a bad idea. I think there's a charging station around here somewhere.
Unfortunately, it's not charging that I need.
Yeah. You'd have to talk to Ileana. I don't really know how droids work.
Indeed, we'll make time for that later.
What do you need, Leo?
Repairs.
Well, that I can probably help with on our way.
That is all I require currently.
Yeah, I didn't realize Leo took that much damage.
Yup.
Yeah, the rest of us can't see.
All right. When we're on our way, I'll take a look, see what we can do.
Everybody's ping suddenly went into triple digits here.
That seems fine on Steam.
My ping
on,
is always in triple digits.
Yeah, but even Overkill and Lances usually stay in the doubles. I mean, it's the low triples, but it's still something I keep my eye on.
Do I sound like a Cylon?
No,
No.
You sound fine.
Okay.
Might just a tabletop simulator. Oh,
We shall
Leo.
integrate your uniqueness into our own. Resistance is futile.
Leo is going to be looking at the group. Say, assuming that our vehicle has been bugged numerous times, and that at certain points we are going to be potentially handing over the goods, perhaps we could get a free ride from Doge.
It is a possibility. We do need to speak to him.
Yeah, one thing at a time, though. Our Wookiee friend should be arriving any minute now.
Indeed.
Fair enough.
Actually, you do start seeing a tall Wookiee start coming in. Heading to the bar, right up to the bar.
So when he goes to pick up his order, I assume the waitress is going to point to where Desric is sitting, and Desric's going to wave over to the Wookiee.
Yes.
So Desric waves over to the Wookiee and asks him to join them.
And he cocks his head for a second, and then walks over. He begins to speak. Desric, you're picking up a few words. Hello. You okay? Go. And that's about all you can pick up. Leo, you hear, hello. You doing okay? Did you go to the marsh?
Leo is going to respond. We did, and quite frankly, I don't know what the fuss was about.
Wookiee just stares at you and says, it doesn't affect droids all that much.
Not at all.
So at this point, Desric is hearing them both converse, and Leo, translation please. I'm still only picking up about half of what is being said.
He was offering a friendly greeting. He may take my seat. I don't need it.
He thanks you and he sits down. Something you needed?
Leo, are you translating this word for word, or are you going to paraphrase?
He is, for the time being, he's going to translate word for word until I say otherwise.
Okay, then I'm going to just flow with this, assuming you're translating word for word. Yes, we went in. You're right. We shouldn't have, but we made it out. We got what we needed to get done. But there was another matter I wanted to talk to you about. Something I wasn't ready to talk about before the marsh. We have a plan. We want to free the Wookiees that are enslaved in Sunken Tower. I believe you're in contact with one that's already escaped.
Yeah.
We want her help. We want her to help us free the other Wookiees. She knows what they're going through. And, well, quite frankly, there's a bounty on her head, and we might be able to help get rid of that too.
I can talk to her about it, but she does not like humans after what she went through. Or Trandoshians, for that matter.
Understandable. How does she feel about droids? Desert gestures to Leo.
Never made mention of them.
Well,
I
Leo,
have some limited experience with Wookiees in the past. It's how I came to speak your language.
As I said, I can pass on a message, but it's up to her.
If it makes any difference, the Wookiees within Sunken Tower seem to trust me.
I could, like I said, I'll pass it on to her, but let me grab my order. I'll take it to her, then talk to her about it, and I'll return here.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
Tell her that we have secured passage for her friends off-world.
I'll let her know.
Very well. Is there anything more, Desric?
no. Well, actually, yes.
Time is of very
Yes.
urgent import.
What my friend is saying, the window to get her and her friends off Terrace is extremely limited. If we don't do this in the next day, we'll lose our opportunity. So if she wants to decide, she needs to decide quickly. You're welcome to join us, by the way, if you're interested.
I will also make mention that, according to the news reports, Imperial presence at the Sunken Tower is at an all-time low. It is now or never.
Okay. I'll make sure she knows all this.
Thanks. We've got some business to do in town, but we'll at least one of us will be here. Can find the droid or myself.
Okay. And he hops up. He's like, I'll go grab my food and I'll take it to go. I'll be back. He heads up to the bar, converses with the barkeep. She kind of gives him a quizzical look, then returns with carry out. And he actually hurries off quite quickly.
It's about time.
So does anybody have anything they want to say or do? Do we want anybody to go in town to trade, or do we just want to wait for the Wookiee to come back?
I can't think of anything we'd really trade for, except maybe some new robes for hiding certain people.
Yeah, or potentially if anybody wanted to reach out to Doge in the meantime. Were we going to have Doge assist with the plan, or were we still going with the improvised weapons and the plan we'd put together with Leo?
Doge was not part of Leo's plan. However, should Doge wish to be involved, Leo will permit it.
Well, Leo briefed Doge on the way to the Volker base, so that's why I was wondering how much did you want to pull him into it?
Yes. If Doge wishes to be involved, Leo will let him.
Ellie can certainly call him up and let him know what's going on.
Leo does need somebody to create a distraction outside. And he has a feeling that Doge is quite capable of that.
Yeah, and our inside man isn't going to work anymore because now our faces and names are known.
Indeed.
Yeah, and in 24 hours, we really don't have time to establish an inside man.
As long as I can get inside, that's all that matters. It is just going to be more difficult now.
Okay, then if we don't have anything further to discuss, I say let's fast forward to the Wookiee returns.
Yep, we can do that. We just kind of let Doge know, and he's sort of on standby.
Well, Doge gives his usual charming okay.
Yeah. And as usual, there's the obligatory, by the way, next time it's face to face, hopefully sooner rather than later, we need to talk.
Are you mentioning that we have recovered the artifact?
I would advise against that for the time being.
Not at the moment. This is a face to face thing, both the artifact and what's going on with the businessman.
I agree. I was curious as to how Illy was going to play it.
Yeah, it's pretty much we have to talk. But yeah, we're going to do this thing. Meet us, at Second Tower kind of thing.
Okay. Anyways, after a good few minutes, the Wookiee returns. Well, she's definitely intrigued about the offer, but again, coming from humans, she doesn't trust it. Apparently, this guy was quite harsh on her, and she and a lot of other humans didn't seem to care or found it amusing. She has very...
Can you Sorry, go ahead.
She was, she got a very bad impression of humans. So... trust right now is a big issue for her.
There's a lot of that going around.
Then I suppose it is on me to place myself in her custody for the time being.
I could speak with her as well if that would work.
You are human.
Yeah, Illy, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, I could arrange a meeting point, but so long as it's just the droid, it should be fine.
I don't think any of us should go alone.
I'll be there.
I am willing to put my trust in these Wookiees, given they can rip my arms off at a moment's notice. I suppose that would be enough.
All right. Okay, so be it.
Very well. Uh-oh.
In the meantime, may I suggest that the rest of us make our way back to the clinic? They can meet us there if she decides to come, and if not, Leo, you know where to go.
Absolutely. Oh, take Sir along with you. He can be your eyes ahead in the sunken tower if need be. I surely won't need him.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
All right.
So it's a party split?
Yeah, I think to get everything we want to get accomplished done, we're going to have to.
Alright, so Leah's going to stay here, and the rest of you are going to go to Sunken Towers Clinic?
Yeah,
Yep.
stealthily as possible. Like, if we can find a side way in.
Well, there's another issue. If there's going to be any repairs done to Leo, Ellie has to stay behind until this whole thing's sorted out, and then she can go with them.
Could you prep repairs, like get all the stuff needed for the repairs at the clinic? I mean, you have tools and a bunch of spare parts there. Like, you could go ahead and get things ready for him.
That would be wise, yes.
All right, I'll do that.
In a certain manner of thinking, it would be like prepping for surgery.
Never heard droid repairs put quite that way, but I suppose that's very true. I'll be ready.
Very well. Oh, and as a manner of trust, Wookiee, you may take my blaster.
He just kind of looks at you, he's like, why does a repair droid have a blaster?
Terrace.
It has been a long time on this planet.
Okay. Grabs the blaster and just kind of puts it in one of his little holsters. Or his one on his belt, I should say. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to her real quick. I'll be back.
Very well. I will wait here.
Alright, he's off.
All right, and I guess the three of us are going to make our way out.
Yep.
Pith is on our encrypted comms, so we should probably give him a heads up we're coming in.
Take care on your journey.
You as well. I'll see you on the other side.
I will be safe. I have 2 Wookiees with me.
Probably safer than just about anyone else here.
Just make sure you stay friendly with the Wookiees, Leo. We don't want to have to put you back together again.
I will be fine. I would be more worried about you and the potential wildlife that you are going to encounter.
Yeah, speeder.
We'll drive fast.
Desert just kind of smiles at that remark.
As they said in the old world, may the force be with you.
What? Sure.
May the force be with you.
What does that mean?
Rose doesn't say a word.
Desert's looking over to Ileana. Do you even know what that means?
I've heard it before. Let's be about getting to Sunken Tower, shall we?
Roger.
Alright, so you guys pile up in the speeder?
Yep.
Yep.
And you're off.
I let big old Desert drive.
Wait, what?
What?
Anyways. Leo, the Wookiee, returns with another Wookiee. 1 second. Sorry, I am not awake. I've been having problems sleeping lately. Anyways. Like I said, the Wookiee returns with another Wookiee. It is female. And they both sit down at the table. The female Wookiee is just staring at you. The male Wookiee's like, well, she decided to come see you since it was just you.
Yes, and this meeting has been a long time coming, I suspect. And he sits down across from her.
She's still kind of just staring.
I was witness to the living conditions that the Wookiees were put under my force. I intend not to let it continue.
I'm listening.
We have a plan in motion to free them and take them off-world. Given the public nature of this venue, I cannot detail those particular that are involved, but let us just say that they have interests in your people.
And what guarantee do I have this is not just another attempt at slavery?
You don't, but this is your only chance of freedom.
I already am free, and I have a plan of my own to get those others out.
Perhaps you do. However, this time you are not alone. This time you have, well, if I do say so, myself and my team. Not to mention a Mandalorian with ludicrous amounts of firepower.
And all but you, human. The same ones of my slavers.
Like with your species, you must admit that not all humans are the same. Unfortunately, they do represent the face of your enemy, but that much is sure. But for now, they are working in your favor. And this will happen with or without you. But these are your people, and I assume that you would want to be involved.
Well, yes, I want them gone. I want them out of harm's way. And I wouldn't mind getting off this planet. But if I go anywhere near there, I'll be put back in chains. At least during the day. I could sneak in at night.
Ah, well, see, this is part of the plan. As unfortunate as it is, the initial plan was for you to go in with us temporarily in chains until we could get you out. Unfortunately, that part of the plan has had to change. This time, it will be an assault.
I like the idea of bloodshed of humans.
Indeed, I will also mention that the Imperial forces have gone off to New Talon on a distraction.
So I've heard.
It means that those that are guarding Sunken Tower currently, at least the slaving quarters bit of it, are quite low populated. Plus, I know where the master control switch is.
Can you operate it?
Absolutely. I was a data analyst droid in my former employ. Now, I've been forced to do more, well, slicing, to tell the truth.
Well, what about the rest of the slaves?
The aliens?
The other non-humans?
If we can get them out, we can get them out.
We get all or none?
Agreed. Unfortunately, we only have a limited amount of space to get them off-world. The rest will have to come here.
That'll work. This place is quite accommodating. And I'll admit, even the humans here are kind. As much as I keep my distance from them.
Of course. Understandably so, given your situation.
I'll help, but I'm going to keep my distance from the rest of your party. And if anyone tries to put a slave collar on me, I'll tear them apart.
Of course, I intended for you to come with me directly. I could use your strength.
I don't have transport. Do you?
Unfortunately not, no. How far is it by foot?
It would take us on foot close to a day. That's if we can avoid a lot of the nasties.
I have an idea, but it would involve relying on the Mandalorian.
At this, she has a low growl. What's the idea?
Nothing of real importance, just for him to transport us to the Sunken Tower from here. That is, unless I use the Toydarian.
I'd sooner trust the Toydarian.
Perhaps that can be arranged, though. We have been burning favors with him quite regularly recently. I don't know how many he has left in him.
You do what you can. I've got nothing to work with here.
Of course. Give me half an hour. I'll get in contact with the Toydarian, and if not him, the Mandalorian.
Okay.
You may accompany with me if you wish.
Yes, I'd like to meet the Toydarian. May as well.
If nothing else, it'll help encourage him to assist us.
Alright, lead the way.
So Leo is going to lead the way.
Alright.
Just imagining his face. He opens the door and there's Leo and two Wookiees.
Alright, you're at the door.
Okay. He rings the bell, I guess.
Who is it?
Leo.
You guys are still here? Door opens.
They are not. I am.
What'd you do to piss them off to leave you behind? The door's open, but you hear that through the comm.
This is part of other opportunities. And in he walks.
And the Wookiees are right behind. You start heading to that one room that you guys usually go to. He walks out and he sees the Wookiees and he just kind of stops. He's like, new friends?
Potentially. We have a bit of predicament currently.
What would that be?
We need transport to Sunken Tower.
Did the transport district have not hold enough?
They have gone ahead.
Well,
I need
there's your
one for
problem
these
right there.
Wookiees. Yes, well, thought I would come and get in contact with you. It seems that as a budding businessman in this part of Taris, you are perhaps always in need of employees, correct?
I don't think I like where this is going, but yes.
Yes, well, after this evening, Lost Village is going to have an influx of employees.
What
could
are you
have-
planning?
Justified liberation.
You're going to free slaves here on Terrace.
That is indeed the plan.
As if the Imperial presence wasn't hard enough. Don't get me wrong, I don't like slavery myself. I was never enslaved, but you might as well call it that. What do you need? Just transport?
Transport is all we need. That is all we need of you.
How many do you need to carry?
I do not know off the top of my head, so I'm going to rattle off some figure that Leo counted when he was within the prison.
So you're counting on the slaves?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got nothing that can accommodate that many people.
He's going to subtract the amount that the rebels said that they could carry. How about
It
this
was
number?
never actually given a number.
Oh, okay. Well, he's going to subtract a reasonable amount of portion that he believes the rebels could potentially take off with.
comfortably? No. They'd have to sit in a cargo container.
Leo is going to look to his Wookiee friends. Acceptable?
Who all leaves and who all stays?
He is going to try and get the Wookiees off world, and then as many as the rebels can take with them, and the rest are coming here.
Do you actually state rebels?
Ooh, that's a good question. He's going to say freedom fighters in this case.
At this point, Ket is now dead glaring at you. Freedom fighters. Just what Darius needs. I'm not liking this. The biggest thing I got is around back. Tosses you in. He flies off, comes back, tosses you a cylinder. Take it, go. You stole it. That's all I'm giving you.
I will gladly take on the visage of master criminal in this case. Ket, it is quite appreciated.
Oh, Desric, Leo's got a key to a car.
I was just about to comment on that. Leo, I really hope your driving has improved since our last outing. May I suggest a new strategy? Let the Wookiee drive.
That is actually what I'm precisely going to do. And he's going to look to the male Wookiee, and he's going to go, I assume that you have some form of vehicle experience?
Yeah, I could drive.
There you go. I am the brains of this operation, not the wheelman. So, in this case, you can drive.
Just to clarify, our group was heading to Sunken Tower and not to the base, correct?
Yep, but there is a road.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we bid you farewell, Ket. This is quite appreciated.
I'm guessing Ket's already flown off and is cursing as he flies off.
He's not happy. Anyway, as you go around, you find that, but it is modified. It is more armored, so it has 1 point of armor, has a larger encumbrance capacity, and about 10 less passenger capacity.
Clicking.
Plus how much armor?
1.
Okay, so yeah,
And
Leo.
what was the other one? Plus 1 armor plus.
Just maybe about 50 more encumbrance and negative 10 on capacity for passengers.
Okay, I just modified the description accordingly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Leo is going to lead them back into the speed of the truck, and yeah, immediately he's going to try and get on board.
And the female walks up to it and kind of knocks on it. This has got some strong armor. This would really work. I'm surprised that Tordarian actually gave us this.
Yes, I'm beginning to believe that he has a much softer heart than he lets on.
The male Wookiee kind of laughs. Don't tell him that.
Of course not. I intend to make advantage of it at every opportunity.
The female Wookiee kind of looks at you and is like, nah, you're starting to really sound human. The male Wookiee hops into the driver's seat.
And Leo gets on board too.
The female Wookiee gets into the back and out of sight. And you guys,
Okay.
the truck powers up and you guys start making your way out. What is the speed?
Yep.
Speed of 1. And I cannot find where I put the the token for you. The speeder, you guys. So I'm
Hang
gonna
on.
make another one.
I got him here.
Oh, you got. I was just curious what the speed was.
I think it was plus
3.
yeah, +1, -1 speed 10 encumbrance.
Yes, they're gonna arrive before us easily.
Okay, so yeah, they're gonna be behind you guys for a while.
Or no. Hang on, there's another one here with 2 seats plus 20 capacity. I think the one that was -1
Oh
speed.
no! Y'all
That's the
didn't
one
take.
in the.
Yeah,
that's
that was the
in
one in the tunnels. You guys took the luxury.
Ah, yes. The that one, yep. Yeah.
Okay, it's still same speed. So you're gonna have about. Let's see, it's gonna take an hour and a half for them to get there. No, it'd actually take longer because of the trails. Okay, so the Skyrise from Lost Village to Skyrise, that would have actually taken about 5 to 6 hours of a drive because it's pretty far out, and about 3 hours at this thing's speed to the Sunken Tower. Leo is going to take you 1.5 of that.
And we got approximately an hour head start.
Not an hour head start. I'd say 20 minutes. So probably around in there.
I'm really tempted to have them stop off at New Volker's base, but I don't think there's anything of value there.
You could become air support.
If they could fly.
He
yeah.
could barely drive. You really
Let me
want him
get
to
this
fly.
straight. He crashed into a whole bunch of stationary stuff in a parking lot. You want him to fly?
No, I think he's referring to the Wookiees, but
I just want paratrooper Wookiees. If the droid crashes, maybe that's not a big deal for Desric.
He did threaten the Skylark.
To his face, yes, this is true.
Not so much of a repair droid if he's going to be scrapping my ship.
Anyways, you guys make it to the clinic.
So I assume we had called Pith along the way, and we are trying to make it there as stealthily as possible.
Who called Pith and what was said?
I don't think we did call Pith, because any form of heads up in this case, if it is traced, gives away our position and our intent.
Okay, but I assume we're just not like driving through the main city streets
Well,
right
at
up
least
to the clinic.
they remain silent. So
Well, you guys are hooded.
Okay, so Desric is then using his streetwise to take back roads and get there with the least amount of traffic and the least amount of surveillance as possible.
All right, you go through. You notice no stormtroopers.
Okay, we're going to pull up back behind the clinic and make our way in the back.
There is no back entrance.
Yes, there is. There's that alleyway that we explored.
Yeah,
Also where we got the ships.
That's kind of like a parking lot, but there's no entrance on that side. You have to come around to the front. It's an alley, but there's no other entrance into the clinic than the very front entrance. You can park there.
front entrance it is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's try to avoid any cameras just in case, especially you, Illy.
Well, she'll have her robes back, I guess, or maybe a new set. Was there a new set in the speeder?
I don't know. Was there? You have your robes.
Let me check what was the inventory.
She basically gave her robes over to cover the stuff, and the robes that she had were the same ones she was caught with.
There is a set of concealing robes inside the grid.
Yes, there's one spare set of robes in the speeder.
All right, then she'll use those, and therefore it's a new set of robes. Yay.
Okay.
I still don't have a pair, so that's fine.
Yeah, but so far you don't have a picture going around about for you.
Yeah, that's good.
Not that you know of.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, those warm and fuzzies. Just full of them right now.
Yeah, I try. Anyways, y'all get inside the clinic.
So we're gonna make our way back quietly. Pith, you around?
Where are you guys? The main room?
Just have
Yep.
him come in.
It is empty. You are hearing some noises come from what you believe to be the security room. Ellie, you know it's the security room.
Okay. Ilya will head over and try and open the door.
You open the door. You see a lot of stuff on the monitors. Not all of it is security stuff, but you see Pith pretty much passed out in a chair.
Okay, she's going to signal to Desric. Desric, keep an eye in the hallway. Pith, wake up.
How loudly is that?
Not quite loud at first. She's going to make her way closer.
You start stirring.
Remember his proclivity for stabbing things with needles? Watch your distance.
So I'm trying not to be too loud about it, but I also want to make sure he hasn't been attacked or anything. Pith, can you hear me? It's Ileana.
His eyes start opening up. He looks over.
Wakey, wakey.
Leans up. Where am I? This isn't my room. Oh, it's...
Security office. Found you passed out here. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I was just... God, it's been so long since I did his voice, I don't think I can do it right now. Yes.
Oh, you're on track.
Yes. I was just working on that hard drive that Leo wanted. Wait, what are y'all doing in Skyrise? Second Tower? No. I told you all to not come back. And at this point, he's starting to wake up a lot more.
Yes, you did. We came back anyways. There are things here that need to be taken care of. And right now, the Imperials are not present.
Wait, where did they go?
Apparently somewhere up north. Someone's given them reason to believe that I'm up there somewhere. Like even farther north than New Talon. I'm not even sure what's up there.
Whatever friends you made for that, thank him for that.
It's a long story, and honestly, I think it's an attempt to get me into their debt.
Oh, not good. What was the business? Oh, the hard drive. Yeah, I cracked it. Is that what you were needing?
Well, there's a few things going on right now. You said you had people that could get the Wookiees off-world, right?
Yeah, they're finally in system, but they're hiding. Are we ready?
Well, basically, it's our next stop. We have to get the Wookiees and everyone else out as quickly as we can.
Okay.
But from there, we're heading to Skyrise.
Okay.
And we're not leaving you behind.
I appreciate that. It's gonna be a while before nightfall. I guess we have a lot of prep to do then.
We have less than a day to get them free, get them out, and get to Skyrise.
Why? What's wrong?
Mr. Cat has arranged transport for all of us off-planet. Through one contact in Skyrise, and she leaves within the day.
Well, Joy.
However quickly they can get into position, that is exactly what needs to happen.
How are we going to do this during the day? There's going to be a lot of people around. No stormtroopers, but still.
I don't think subtlety is an option anymore. I'm not sure how to keep it on the table.
Can Desric hear what they're talking about now?
Depending on where exactly in the hallway you are.
Desric
Oh.
started to follow Ileana, but kept his distance when she started to try and wake up Pith.
Well, suffice it to say, you're probably still within earshot. She's not talking
Yeah.
quietly.
So at this point, Desric's going to chime in. Plus, our Mandalorian friend is really good with distractions.
Yeah, but I have a feeling if Doge is involved, he's gonna try to kill someone.
Well, we kind of already built a whole bunch of impromptu weapons to give out the slaves. I don't think this is going the quiet, peaceful route.
I thought those were for the wildlife.
It was for the Wookiees to defend themselves if needed.
They're Wookiees. What did you think they were going to do with them?
I was trusting you it was for the wildlife. You said you were going to get him out subtly.
We were.
That was the plan. We're kind of short on time, and our whole inside man got blown with Illy's cover getting blown.
That's not my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault. I'm just saying. Everybody knows who we are now. They're looking for you. They're looking for me. And the slave owner knows Leo's with us. If Leo goes back, he knows we're in town. And he is very sympathetic to the Empire.
I got an idea that could help, but I'm going to need Doge's help.
I'm all ears.
Doge knows how to make grenades. I know how to make tranquilizing gas. This should
Now,
cut down
here's a
on
plan that has promise.
This would cut down on casualties.
I've got a couple stun grenades here, if that helps.
Okay, just as good as a gas grenade. You keep those in case you need them. I think I got enough stock here for 3 grenades, 3 gas grenades. Doge may have some stun grenades. I think he prefers his blasters for stunning.
Well, honestly, he's got plenty of things there.
Yeah, not to mention a few starfighters. But,
Wait, what?
That's a long... Okay.
Don't discuss that. Moving on.
Speaking of which, where is Rose at this point? Because only Illy and Desert said the way
She'd be going with them, just a little bit behind.
So, Doc, what do you say you close up shop and we start prepping? Illy, remember that Leo needs some repairs. We should clear out that workspace in the back.
Yes, of course, you're right. Look, can we talk to Doge from here without it being traced back to us, specifically?
Yes, my comms are encrypted.
All right. Okay.
Speaking of Leo, where is he? I figured he would want to know the contents of the hard drive.
He's a little bit behind. He's on his way.
Okay.
Oh, I so want to tell him about the Wookiees. I'm just
Okay.
waiting for Pith's blood pressure to rise to a certain point where he just starts squealing
Well,
continuously.
he already knows you intend to free Wookiee slaves.
Yeah. Desric, if you could get started cleaning that place out and making some room for Leo, I'll talk to Mr. Doge and get him up to speed.
Do I need to?
Yeah,
Do I need to contact the rebellion and let them know the change of plans?
They do need to be in position to pick up those slaves, so
We're going to need some kind of time for them to come in. Well, if
We
it's
could
time you
base-
want, that shouldn't be too hard to do.
who the hell is that?
Bloody. Yeah.
is that Doge?
That's bloody Doge,
Nope.
isn't it?
It is not Doge.
So it's
Uh-oh.
this guy.
What the hell? Who else is here?
Who's looking around?
Ellie's
looking
looking
around.
right the hell around.
Oh, yeah, and a strange voice.
Oh, you all recognize the voice.
Is it
That's
this?
the voice.
Oh, I know, I'm not here. Someone ignore me.
As y'all look back, you start noticing the sound is coming from the direction that you guys took for your rooms. And you see a blue individual come out.
Ah.
Oh!
Ellie's got a hand on her blaster, but she's not drawing yet.
Long time no see, guys. Thanks for letting me live last time. And Desric,
Can I walk up? I want to walk up. Can I? I want to walk up to him.
Oh, go right ahead, but he's still speaking. And he says to Desric,
I know.
I did send your message to your friend, and he's got one in return if you want to hear it.
Oh, it's the Twi'lek. It's the blue Twi'lek.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I'm walking away then.
Okay, that blue guy.
Okay, at this point, Desric has drawn the blaster that he took from the blue guy, and it's on stun.
Hey, my blaster. Yeah, you can keep it. I never liked guns anyways.
Desric.
I'm listening.
By the way, guys, I'm just a messenger. I don't actually work for him. He paid me to deliver a message and no more. I'm not supposed to kill you. And I'm not a killer anyways.
Well, then what the hell was with the shot in public and, breaking into the facility in the middle of the night to aim a blaster at me? Because that's twice now you've aimed a blaster at me, and once you shot. So I'm not buying this whole not here to kill you thing.
I'm not here to kill you because he specifically told me not to. He wants that for himself. The shot first time was to get your attention. And the Imperials. Freedom fighters and their anti-Imperial thing. I can't say I blame them. I hate them myself. As for the holding the blaster up to you, again, that was your friend's idea. Scare you. Creepy guy. But he pays. Either way, his return message was... crap. I completely forgot what Desiric's message was.
Not everything is as it seems.
Okay, so the first one was, everything's done as it seems, so hundreds of deaths per day is not what it seems to be. You're not talking your way out of this one. I'm coming to kill you myself.
Brilliant.
So, not sure what's going on. My people are dying, I know that. But even the rebellion has told me that you're off limits.
So why are you here?
And how the hell do you know the rebellion?
Because I work for them. From time to time.
Pith, do you know this guy?
He's a shop owner, that's all I know. Yeah, it doesn't do to go around announcing who and what I am. I'm just a guy who gets things done, and I prefer the non-violent path, though I don't mind threats. As long as I don't actually have to kill someone. And again, thanks for the stun blast. I would prefer that over the kill blast.
Well, I guess you can consider it a professional courtesy.
Also, once the rebellion found out what I was doing, they instructed me to help you, whether you want it or not. So, for the time being, I'm your contact in getting these slaves out. On Terrace.
And then?
And then what? I'm just here to help you get the slaves off. I usually tell that...
When people say that they're on our side for the time being, it usually means there's a backstabbing to happen sometime in the fairly near future.
Look, I live on Terrace. I work on Terrace. I'm the eyes and the ears for the rebellion when they pay me. And no, I don't kill people, so there's no backstabbing from me. And I'm not dealing with the Empire. Yeah, as much as they help to keep the pests down, and that's about all they're useful for.
And if Desric's friend shows up wanting to take his life in the meantime, are you going to do a damn thing to stop it?
Nope, not my business.
Well, at least we know somewhat where you stand. Though don't get me wrong, I don't fully trust you.
Hey, it comes with the business.
In the meantime, Rose, You want to take him down to the tunnels and show him the escape route for the slaves?
Oh, you're using them. Now that would work. They can get a ship over there really easily.
So,
Alright.
in the vein of trusting new allies that may have once leveled their blaster at you, I'm going to go clean a room and get it ready for robot surgery, because apparently that's a thing we do now. And Rose here is going to escort you down to the slimy, maybe once a sewer, maybe once a waterway, where we're going to get the slaves out of here.
Oh, it was an old aqueduct. Yeah, I do a lot of research, and I've used that tunnel quite often myself. I had to make and hide a tunnel back there before.
Well, there's a vehicle down there if you can get it running.
Oh yeah, I know the vehicle. The
It's
old
running.
Doros and his Trandoshan friend used that a lot. What they didn't know is I used it too. Modified it myself. It was a pain in the ass getting that the Doros' card, by the way. Is there any chance I could get that back once y'all do whatever y'all do and gone?
Pith, I assume you have no need of this facility once we leave?
No. I'd rather it not
You-
fall back into the Doros' hands, though.
Well, do you want to hand it over to our Twi'lek friend who claims to be from the rebellion?
I don't know. He seems to be quite confused right now.
Yeah, join the club. We all are. Let's play it by ear. You show up and make good with getting the slaves off world, you can have the key card.
Oh, hey. Good deal for me.
And if he's a lying backstabber, then, Pith, you can have fun with needles.
I do that because I have to. It's not fun.
Yeah, the gleeful giggle when you do it sometimes really kind of says otherwise.
He's got a point.
I don't giggle.
Oh, you
You
giggle.
do slightly.
Do I?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, God. I'm turning it into core.
Oh, I love Pith so much. I have missed Pith. Okay, Desric is going back to go clean out the room. And he's waved the Twi'lek off to go with Rose.
Pith has now lost interest in everything else.
Elio will go with Desric and just be like, you know, he's kind of right. People raise their weapons at you, and you end up having to work with them at some point. So isn't that how you and Mr. Doge met?
Yeah, come to think of it, he shot me too. I really needed to get better at introducing myself.
Maybe don't use your name. Just thinking.
Yeah, I tried that. Still got shot at.
Maybe you've just got one of those faces.
You know, I am so dashingly good looking. It must be the case.
From the distance, an ugly face comes from Rose.
Well, that was just mean.
Alright, I go to the toilet guy. I'm like, alright, Bluey, let's go. And I walk out on the way to the aqueducts.
Alright, finally getting something started here. And he follows.
Yeah, shut up. What?
Well, those two are going to get along famously.
Yeah, still better than he and I would get along.
Probably. So if you modified that speeder down there, I guess it wouldn't have been a very good idea to go after him for an actual transponder for it.
Yeah, probably not. Well, on the plus side, it seems like it was a good thing I had my blaster set to stun.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, you also didn't recharge that blaster, too.
You did put a new pack in.
Yes, I
When?
did. As soon as we got back to the speeder, I grabbed a fresh pack.
When did y'all buy packs for those?
Oh, I didn't buy a pack. I took a pack out of the one of the CDEFs.
Oh, I don't even remember that one.
So yeah, as soon as the blue skin group Vengeance or whatever returned our speeder to us, I went out to the speeder and I swapped out packs.
Okay.
So one of the CDEF blaster packs inside the speeder has an empty power pack in it.
Okay.
But we were going to sell those anyway, so I don't really care if it's armed or not.
You were?
Kinda
We're
don't
going
need
to
them.
use those.
It's good to have a backup. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have two backup. I have a blaster, I have a combat knife, and I have two van blades. So, like, I've got backup weapons in spades. Desert has never been so armed in his life.
But not everyone else has backups.
I want a second Van Blade.
Hey, you have a vibro sword over there.
I've
Yeah, I
never
do,
heard Rose Poke
and force
before.
powers.
Sorry?
And force powers.
Oh, and Force Powers, yeah. What did
Cheating.
Illy say?
I was saying I've never heard Rose pout before.
Oh, I want a second Van Blade.
Oh,
I'm not even with you guys anymore.
I'm taking my force ball, and I'm going home.
Alright, I'll give you that one. Moving on, I'm going to the tunnel.
Oh wow, there's a lot more chatting in Discord.
Yes, it has been.
Actually, my last one was standing by switching PCs, so I've got a ways to catch up.
Yeah, so yeah, I take Bluey down to the aqueduct and head our way to the
Speeder,
thing. Speedo, yeah.
any conversations going on there?
No, I think Rose is just silently glaring at him.
He's behind you, actually. He's following you.
Oh yeah, well, I always look back and just give him a death stare and keep walking. And...
He doesn't seem to care.
That's fine, we'll just make our way there.
Okay, so you guys get there. What is Illy and Des doing?
I was actually just about to suggest if we don't have anything super critical happening, that maybe we fast forward to when Leo arrives.
Okay. Go ahead and move his token there, because I'm going through Discord.
Unless, Illy, you had anything. I think we were just... Everybody was busy working away doing prep stuff.
It's
Nope.
probably just regular banter, clearing out the closet.
Oh
getting
yeah, what are
ready.
we doing with the assassin droid?
Taking it with, of course.
Oh shit, the assassin droid.
Okay. Yeah, sure, I guess we can throw it in the trunk of the speeder.
That droid.
What was that, Tough?
I want that droid.
Yeah, so does Illy. Desric and Leo, on the other hand, can't understand why we aren't scrapping it for parts.
Or
You know, this
so.
is very odd. Or selling it for profit, yes. But this is a very odd instance where Desric and Leo are on the same page with how to treat a droid. In fact, it may be the only time in 15 weeks that we're on the same page on how to treat a droid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Doesn't mean they're on the right page.
I was actually just about to insinuate that maybe the rest of the group should get on that page.
What was the page? I kind of missed it.
Selling the assassin droid.
But I want the assassin droid.
Oh yes, sell the assassin droid, and it suddenly gets fixed and develops personality and comes after its previous masters.
Yep.
We were never its
Yeah.
masters.
Yes, you are.
Oh shit.
There is
Yeah,
a
no,
restraining
yeah.
bolt that's on it.
Not to mention, you did claim it because he asked you to.
Shit. Oh, I'm so hosed. As
Leo
if I
warned
didn't
you
have
against
an-
that.
What?
Ah.
Leo did warn him against that.
Did I actually give the assassin droid my name?
You gave him
Yeah.
your face. Remember, because there was that
Crap.
one where Leo basically refused to go into the room because it would remember his face.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna go brilliantly. Okay. As if I didn't have enough people trying to murder me.
Well, see, here's the thing. Leaving it is as bad as if we just left it in the open. And there's really no time to go looking for a buyer right now. So unless you're going to go on to Terrace's version of Kijiji and get rid of it in 2 hours or less, your best bet is to, we take it with, we fix them.
Everything must go! The Empire is shutting us down, so that means big savings for you!
God.
God, I can see
And the
it
racism
now.
begins.
Yeah, I'm a horrible person. I'm sorry.
Pith is sitting there going, grand opening, nope, closing.
You never met an Australian then.
Okay, I'm lost there.
Racism. It's
Anyway,
Oh.
get back on.
We have
Yes, back on track.
digressed. Moving on.
Yeah, it is break time. 7:06.
Okay, that works.
Oh, that's perfect. All right.
Awesome. Okay. See you guys in a bit.
10
See you in a
minutes.
Uh-huh.
I can make toast.
I suppose it will be that time. Okay, back.
Zeke's back.
Welcome back.
Wow, that was low.
What was low?
Your welcome back was low.
Oh, okay. How low is it? Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine now. It was just when you first said it was low.
Oh, okay. I restarted Discord in admin mode, see whether it works now, probably.
Hopefully. So, going by the restream chat, I can't actually... doesn't always seem to give me the exact statistics, correct statistics, for how many... Huh?
I said, uh-huh.
Yeah, it doesn't give me the correct statistics for how many people are watching, but according to it, I actually have not had people watching in quite some time, at least during the actual stream.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, I get a lot of people watching after the stream on YouTube, but
Yeah.
well, not a lot, just people watching.
Well, I mean, I know of at least three of my players are watching this quite regularly, so
Yeah.
there are those.
Thank you, guys. Thought it was also pretty funny. Hey, are those slave collars from the Milan exports? That was great.
Yeah, it came up and I... Oh, they got free. They managed to stage an uprising essentially in the mining camp, and they got away in a Theta class shuttle.
Nice.
Okay, Lance is back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was fun. I almost blew up an Eldron on on May the 4th, but one of my players weren't available that day. That was mildly disappointing, but you know.
It happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, there would have been some pretty awesome parallels there.
Have
Yeah.
acquired the toast
Ah.
with
So what have we got?
homegrown honey.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Very sweet.
Really? Nothing?
What?
But
Oh, he said honey, and I said sweet.
That was bad.
That's usually the point.
Okay, so just overkill.
go, yep. I'm just trying to figure out whether I've missed anything.
Probably a lot.
Probably. Well, I mean, given my ludicrous amounts of notes that I've got everywhere, not entirely sure if I can lose anything. I've got notes in front of me that I made from episode 8 and 12.
Okay, Overkill's back.
Welcome back.
And the last one to arrive.
Ah, yes, but I have retrieved the fresh cup of tea and strawberry shortcake.
Is it toast with homegrown honey? I don't think so.
I'm gonna start
Uh,
comparing desserts now.
But it is fresh strawberries with powdered sugar and angel food cake.
Yeah.
This is fresh honey. So
I hate shortcake. I don't like the spongy texture.
I love angel food cake myself.
I'm not a
Yeah, the only thing it's
sponge
missing is
fan.
whipped cream.
And I'm not the biggest fan of powdered sugar or whipped cream, believe it or not. I love strawberries. Love the hell out of strawberries.
Strawberries?
No, can't be French anymore, Jake. I'm sorry. Can't be French.
Strawberries, pineapple, whipped cream, cool. But
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
Oh,
and
no,
I don't know. Sorry.
We're not doing this. This is it's 1 a.m. for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, we're all here. It's time to get to the game.
Yay.
Okay, so Leo, you're walking in the door.
Yes. Ding dong.
I assume we're still in the back room.
Yep.
Is anybody back? Is like Pith back at the security center to know that people are? Wait, we locked the shop. How'd they get in?
Did you lock the shop?
I don't think we locked the shop.
Oh,
you may have locked
I asked.
that room, but I don't remember anything.
I asked Pith to lock up. I said maybe we should close up shop, but I guess Pith never did anything with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's kind of reflecting on some stuff.
Well,
Also, you were expecting Leo to come back. So
yeah.
he may
that's
have just flipped the sign over from open to close.
Nice.
So yeah, in Leo comes with 2 Wookiees behind him, or at least one. And he immediately goes to look for Peth.
You find him in the security office.
Ah, there you are. I assume the others have arrived safely.
Yeah, they're prepping for robot surgery, they said.
Yes, I took some damage during the
I can see that. It looks
Venture
like
and-
something just smacked you upside the head.
Yes, and more. That place was not entertaining in that regard.
Where did you go?
If you do not know, then I assume that the others fought better than to inform you. I will do the same.
That had slipped their minds.
We do have an awful lot to do in a short amount of time to do it in.
I guess you want to hold on to what I found on the hard drive?
For now, we can talk about that when we're heading towards Skyrise. For the time being, though, let's collate our information and go over the plan again together as a group.
Okay, but FYI, apparently Kairos is helping us.
Ah,
At this point,
interesting.
Desric's going to wander out into the hall. I assume I can see them.
Technically, you wander out into the main room. Because think of it like an off room to the main room, where you just keep a lot of utility stuff at. And then it goes straight into the main room, and even the security office is in the main room. So yes, you can see them.
Okay, well, at least I can see the Wookiee, and I'm like, ah. It appears Leo's arrived. I'm going to get on comms. Hey, Illy, the patient has arrived.
Well,
Leo's
Ellie's
here.
behind you, actually, if you're coming out from the workshop.
Oh, I didn't know if Illy was following me out.
Yep, she did. She did go with you.
Well, even if she wasn't,
As far as-
you're still within earshot.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, Illy, Leo's made it. And it
You
appears
could
he's
just
brought
say
friends.
So. You don't need to use the calm.
I did. Meh.
Who brought friends? What?
Only one Wookiee's here. The male.
Okay, so for now, we need to go over the plan of action to get into the encampment.
Has Doge arrived at this point? I know Pith was reaching out to Doge.
No one's asked him.
Well, I would assume we'd all notice the nearly 7-foot tall Mandalorian walking
Well,
into
you
the
don't
building.
see a Mandalorian, but no one's asked Pith if you've called him.
Well, he said he was going to call him, so I just assumed it happened.
And then your
okay.
last comment.
I guess Leo is probably going to ask about that. We are missing one person. Is he? Oh, is he waiting at the destination, or is he coming here?
Who are we missing?
The Mandalorian.
Uh-oh. I forgot to call him. 1 second. He ducks back in.
Just patch him through. Put him on open comms. We can talk as a group in that case.
Is Rose and the Twi'lek back now?
I don't know.
That I don't know. It's up to GM.
Okay, well, in that,
that depends.
if you're not, I'm going to calm you.
What were you
Call me, yeah.
sending into the tunnels for?
To check on the vehicle, weren't we?
As
That's
I
what we were
understand
saying.
it, was basically check on the vehicle and make sure that things are ready to go on that end.
The vehicle's ready. The vehicle's good.
Right, and just to make sure the Twi'lek, in case the Twi'lek didn't know, it turns out he did know, but to make sure he knew where the escape plan was, where the rebellion needed to show up, and make sure all the pathway was clear so we could get everybody out. Any of the slaves that were going to be freed and sent off with the rebellion could make it there quickly.
Okay.
As I recall, the original plan was that the Wookiees were going to make the escape through the tunnel. Anyone else was going to go to Lost Village.
Yes, well, now that we have further assistance, we can have specific numbers on how many we can get up to the rebellion.
True.
With the Wookiees and the other slaves, it's a total of 30.
And there was also supposed to be a way to wipe their information out of the database so that it can't be tracked as slaves after the fact.
That will be on me, I assume.
Yeah, that was slicey stuff that the droid was going to do at the mainframe.
Indeed.
You are underestimating the sliciness, sir.
That's what the droid's for.
Well, presuming, well, if the slicing fails, then we can destroy the mainframe, but I would prefer not to. It looks suspicious that way, and they might have a deep dive on it instead.
So make it look like smash and grab while we conveniently erase all records of the slaves.
Indeed.
All right, well, let's get the gang together and go over the plan. Doc has a few revisions to keep bloodshed to a minimum.
I'm all ears.
Well, as he's typing in on the computer he's at, I'm calling Doge right now, setting up a frequency. I'm going to see if he can make a few grenades, and I can use some sedatives to turn into a gas, make a gas grenade. I got enough for 3, but it all depends on Doge.
All right.
And here he is. Go for Doge. Nikor, it's Pith. Oh, hey Pith, what's up? Can you come to Sunken Tower in the clinic? Yeah, sure. Something up? And Pith turns and looks at Leo.
Operation Freedom is a go.
You're getting the ducks up on that.
Yeah, there's lots up.
Can you still make some grenades? Grenades? Yes, I've got some sedatives I can turn into a gas. Oh. I was about to say, when did you turn bloodthirsty? Yeah, I can make grenades. I got some on my ship. Got some at this base, too. Got a lot of things at this base. Nothing's done. Just grab something that I can turn into a gas grenade. Yes, I know. Give me 5 minutes here, and then... about another 10, I'll be up there. Okay. Pith out.
Oh, how it would be nice to have a ship again.
We'll get there.
My poor Skylark.
Okay, so going over the plan.
Does Doge know the plan?
I have taken him through most of what I've got, though given the adjustments to the plan that we have had since then, changes will have to be made, of course.
He can adapt fast. He may seem stupid, but he's actually very intelligent.
So perhaps we ought to wait for Doge to arrive, and Leo, perhaps you can sit with Ileana for a moment or two so she can kind of get an evaluation of everything that needs to be repaired or fixed. And then after you brief everyone, you can go get fixed up.
Yes, that will do.
All right, I'd best get started then.
All right, Leo will follow you through.
So yeah, Illy has her toolkit and all that good stuff, and she'll start working on that without interfering with
Where's the toolkit?
with Theo's conversation. It's in her. Let's see here.
I'm looking
It's
through.
in her list of carried stuff in the pack.
Oh, carry.
Is it the pack? Yeah, carried.
Okay. I just wanted to see if it gave any boosts.
Does not look
Nope.
like it, but apparently for just this particular occasion, it actually lets her do what she needs to do.
Yep, lets you do it without any, setbacks and extra difficulty. And I do believe, Leo, to do anything for you, that's 2 difficulty, right?
Yes, because my threshold is below total.
Below half.
It would be easy if it was below half.
Or above half, I should say.
Yeah, it works the same way that Hidden does.
Yeah,
As
I
in-
know. I haven't seen. No one's done an actual heal or repair yet, so it was a little rusty in my head.
Fair enough.
All right, give it a try.
All right, Leo, go ahead and take it away. What you need to do.
Oh,
Wait.
Nice.
Oh, hello.
One
can we get a
success,
permanent health
three
boost for that?
advantage, and a triumph.
Damn, all I rolled was 2 threat.
Nice.
So, yeah, 2 success, advantage, and triumph.
So for each success, Leo each advantage, Leo heals a strain. For each success, Leo heals a wound. How much should a triumph heal?
It should be the same
Great.
as a success.
So one
What's
success.
the check? Sorry?
What do you mean?
What's the check that he did?
Healing Leo.
Yeah, healing, and it was just a 2 difficulty, and all he rolled was 2 threat.
So a mechanics check or a medicine?
It should be the exact same.
Mechanics. Yeah. It's yeah.
Okay, yeah. So if they have a critical injury, they can get rid of it. That's basically it.
No, I don't know, so that's fine.
Okay,
Well,
so
I don't think there's a critical injury to be healed, so in lieu of that, should it give an extra point or 2?
he would heal 2 health and 1 strain. That's for sure. At bare minimum.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe the in lieu of a crit to heal, maybe it's a +3.
I'd say that because that was the same as a cool check.
Yeah, I'll give it a +3 to health and strain.
Shit, how we at?
Nice.
So that's in addition to the 2.
Yeah.
Ah, perfect. Leo is feeling much better.
Yeah, I bet.
Could still do with an oil bath, but for the
Yeah,
time being.
by the way, none of you have taken a bath, so those of you who went head first into the water, you may be dry, but you also slid around. You're all nasty.
Oh,
Leo
so
is
Desert's
covered.
got a little funk going.
You all did.
I actually don't know if I fell over. I don't think I did.
No,
Oh no, Desert did though.
but your
say Desert
boots
can only
are all
do.
grimy. You may have
Yeah.
not. Actually, yes, you did fall over once, right at the temple.
I thought I made an athletics check for that.
No,
No, that was something else.
no, that was when your conscience was flung into your head,
Oh yeah.
Well,
but only your back,
I was only my
and then your
ass, basically.
your little private recording session.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
So Desert should have hit the fresher if he had thought about it.
yeah. So far, everyone's kind of turning their nose up, but they've been polite about it. You all look nasty.
yeah, Leo is
Desert
gonna
and
take-
Illy the most.
regardless of how much of a state he's in, I'm assuming that Leo is going to take some time to clean off the mud from his feet.
All right, there we go. That should do for a bit. And yes, Leo, that oil bath is as soon as we can manage it.
Speaking of bath, we should probably hit the fresher at some point. I smell like something the bantha dragged in.
You know, that's a fair point. Can we spare a few minutes?
Should be fine. There's 2 freshers, so let me turn off the camera though. Presses
Thank
a few
you.
buttons. Camera's off.
Dude, oh, I forgot he had. Oh,
Do you say that
Okay,
out
Des-
loud?
yes, and Desert's like, oh, I forgot he. Doc, that's just we're wrong.
Okay. There is a hole in my bedroom that people can come in, and Kairos made it in here with just swiping a card. Excuse me for being paranoid.
Speaking of
Fair point.
Speaking of justifiable paranoia, where is our Duros friend?
You went
Oh,
back to...
and the prisoners.
The prisoners are still here. I've been keeping hold of them. The Doros is also still here because I don't know what you wanted me to do with him. He's not happy, but he's calmed down.
As far as I'm concerned, we can cut him loose on our as we make our way out to Skyrise.
Yes. About that, we'll come to that particular issue when we're going over the plan. The next issue is I may want to talk with our prisoners.
Okay.
They're not in the talking mood. I actually have to keep them sedated half the time because they've been trying to open the doors.
What was you about to ask, Desric?
Oh, well, I was supposed to say Desric was about to head off to the fresher. On second thought, the slaves that tried to kill me, maybe we give them a stun, or Doc gives them some heavy sedatives and they get taken off planet.
Potentially, though.
That would be wise. Get them away from you. 'Cause pretty sure they still want to kill you.
Yeah.
I at least want to give them an opportunity.
As long as that opportunity is unarmed and far away from me.
I wouldn't trust them, Leo.
Didn't they want a chance to free slaves?
That is what I'm questioning, is whether they're able to put away their desire for quote-unquote revenge and assist us with what is in the here and now.
I've done a bit of research on them. Their idea of freeing slaves revolves around a lot of bloodshed. You might not want their help.
Yet zealot terrorists who are dead set on murdering me, not someone I'm keen to make allies with.
That's a fair point. And if we're looking to minimize bloodshed, then yeah, so we should not be involving them in this.
Yeah, as you may recall, and Desert holds up the combat knife he took from one of them, they tend to have a certain proclivity for killing things.
Potentially, yeah.
And no thanks to you, by the way, who just sat there and let them.
I was not armed at that interval.
You were actually armed.
No, he wasn't.
Not at that point. I only got armed.
Yeah, he only got armed after that because he took their weapons.
Yeah.
Really?
From what I saw, he had a blaster pointed to his head and no chance to
Oh.
intervene.
Regardless, I'm
Still
not
could have tried.
too
In that
upset at
particular
the.
In that particular situation, I would have had my hands up too.
Yes. Sorry, that was player misremembering, so I RP badly because I misremembered.
Leo doesn't really mind either. He's just got put. Next time, though, I will make sure to blast without doubt.
Thank
Alright,
you.
so
I'm
Rose
going to
and-
go shower now. And Desert leaves.
So Rose and the Twi'lek, nothing happens during the trip.
Eventful, no, but you get to the speeder and he checks it over, says everything works out. This is the best spot to bring them to, as it's the only place to get down safely.
Yep.
But
Cool. As soon as he's done, I just tell him to get back and we head back in.
he also
bring all
makes
that-
he
make
makes
fine.
mention as he points to a hole. There's a hole up there that leads back to my shop, so if we can't take them directly to Pith's area, we can always funnel them through my end if we need to.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, let's head back.
And we make our way back.
Alright, so if Desric and Illy go take a shower, that'll be about the time Rose gets back.
Sweet.
Just whilst they're busy for however long it's going to take them to do a refresher, Leo is going to make mention of the database that they've sliced into. Could you tell me the highlights of the database without going into too much detail?
Yes, it seems that their primary objective was originally to free the slaves in the Sunken Tower and then move on to other areas. This just seems to be a very small cell. Apparently it's been working. not just, you know, free slaves, but also to add more recruits if they can. But beyond that, they found Desric's to the broadcast, and they've just been tracking him since then. I don't know where the other two are, but they're the ones who really get this dead drop. Then they just pass around small ones every so often.
So the Duros was basically piggybacking off their off the rebels' dead drop.
No, that's the Duros' place where he gets off-world communications. They're piggybacking off his comm.
Oh, okay, the other way around. That works out. Okay. Given that it would require some impressive slicing on the rebellion's part to get into this, do they have a signature?
Like the Rebel Alliance or the freed slave rebels?
Whoever sliced into the Duros's dead drop.
Yes. It is not the rebellion.
Like,
it's just a slave movement.
Oh, yeah, but is there a signature of them on it then? If that's the case.
You mean like a signature for a slicer, or a signature?
Yeah,
like
a specific slicer. Yeah.
Yeah, every slicer's got the signature. I've got it copied, so if we ever see it again, we could find them.
Could you give me that signature, please?
Sure. And he pops it up. It's an interesting one, and I've seen something similar to it, except for right here, and he points to certain codes. This one is something I've not seen before, and it's an interesting little, I guess you could say, fingerprint that they have. Nice and quirky.
Leo will pay particular attention to that, but the reason why he wants to look at that signature...
What is the role specifically you need to make? Knowledge?
It will be education, maybe? Because that usually applies more to sciences. Though you could probably just have me roll computers instead, considering that would be the sort of field.
Yeah, because there's nothing here for your personal memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll your computers, because that would be more for you.
Okay. Two success and 3 advantage.
All I gotta say is, damn overkill's loaded dice. Three threat is all I had.
3 what? Sorry.
3 threat.
Okay.
So you succeed. Takes a second. You've seen this before, but it's not the one that's been transmitting to you. You've come across this while... Where was it? Can't remember where it was. Oh yes, when you were hacking in New Talon, as you were going through some of the surveillance things, you've seen this code there before, and it was transmitting. You're not sure if it was just like a code that was put there by the person who made it, or if someone had hacked in, but at the time you were far more interested in getting your party out. But now this is very familiar, and now you know that it was a hack job on those cameras. Someone else was also using them to spy.
Oh, that is quite interesting. Shame we will never be going back to that place. Otherwise, I would be wanting to look into.
Wait, you recognize this code?
Location. Yes, it is used by some slicers operating, presumably, in New Talon. But when we were there, whether or not they're still there or not is up for debate. But they were in. They had infested the security programs in that city.
Makes sense. Gets them around easier, and if they then get into the cameras, they can track very easily.
Indeed.
Well, if anything, we've got some information on them. I'll leave it to you what you do with the information.
Indeed, I'll go through the information in more detail once we have a moment of peace.
Okay. I'll take it with us so you can look at it once we get off this world, but if we're getting off this world, I'm definitely wanting to take all my equipment with me. I may not use it very much, but it's still got a lot of memories.
Then I would suggest we start packing immediately.
Do you mind giving me a hand?
I will do so for the best of my abilities.
Okay. And basically what he instructs you is to deal with the computer stuff, getting them shut down, getting the files safe, secure, and protected for transport and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And just in case something is left behind by accident, it's quite secure. So go ahead and give me a roll, no difficulty.
What am I rolling? Computers?
Computers. So basically what we're doing is the speed and as well as the encryption.
Oh shit.
5 success, 3 advantage.
Oh yeah, that's locked down.
Yep. So keep
Oh,
that.
I also upgrade it
Yeah.
of Codebreaker.
Write
Is it
that
Codebreaker?
down somewhere. No, it should be something else. Codebreaker lets you slice into codes.
Defensive programming.
Yeah, that's it. So go ahead and write down that Pith security, his stuff is encrypted at that level, and because of your advantages, you get it done quite quick, and he starts packing up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that works out at 1 red and 4 purples.
Yeah, that's nice.
Shit.
All right, and during this time, Desric and Illy, you get a clean shower. I assume refreshers also have some place where you can clean your clothes.
I very much doubt it. You'd have to like sink wash them, or refresher's just a bathroom.
Yeah, but I didn't know how high tech it was.
It's a med clinic, so you'd think they'd have a place to wash clothes, but I don't know if like that was provided to.
Well, it's
Cat,
technically
or if it was.
technically a warehouse that Pith moved into and turned into.
Yeah,
a
because a
clinic.
warehouse wouldn't likely have it, but a med center might.
Yeah, let's say there is, but they're not in the freshers. Let's also
Oh
say,
look, hospital gowns while we wait for our clothes to dry.
yeah. We'll just say you guys go in there one at a time or whatnot, strip, put on a hospital gown, put your clothes in this stuff, and then go to the respected refresher. Maybe double hospital gowns, so one in the front, one in the back.
Man, these things really leave no dignity.
All right, you get in the refreshers, you get your clothes set up as well. You bathe off. You guys feel nice with this shower, so go ahead and remove a strain, unless it's that permanent one for the session. You get that done. You go back. You get your clothes. It feels good to have clean clothes again as well. And you guys make your way back to the hall. Rose, you come in, and you quickly realize you're the only one that's dirty.
Oh, God. I do the same then. Just to get it out of the way, basically.
Alright, so you do the same. Go ahead and reduce the strain. Are you guys saying anything while y'all wait? Kairos is standing there too.
Yeah, Kairos.
Yeah, Desert's just kind of keeping his distance.
Well,
He sees this, finds it interesting, and just kind of gets closer to Desert. Hey, what's up?
Oh, we're chums now, are we?
Well, until this business is concluded, then we just go back to acquaintances.
An acquaintance who tried to shoot me. I'm starting to collect those.
Hey. I shot at you to get your attention. Trust me,
Yeah,
I may
so
not
did
like
the-
blasters, I may not like killing, but I know how to shoot straight. And as you've already guessed by the message, your friend wants to do the deed himself.
That sounds kind of familiar.
What? Someone wants to kill you as well, or has he got another person who wants to do the deed themselves on him?
Oh, sorry, that was out of character. I was thinking
Oh.
in terms of someone who doesn't like to shoot things but can shoot straight.
Oh, yes. We know a certain mechanic with that skill set.
Yeah.
Except she actually kills things. A lot.
That doesn't mean she's okay with it.
Yeah, and yet she still continues to do it.
So does Desert. Except he
Yeah,
can't shoot straight.
Desert's slightly more okay with it. Especially when they're trying to kill him. And he's really getting tired of people trying to kill him.
And yet his first kill was someone who seemingly wanted to help. And get paid.
Mostly get paid and turn him into the Empire. Who, at the time, Desert thought had shot him down.
That shit started kind of weighing heavily. The Empire didn't shoot you down.
Yeah, but our GM sure tried to make us think they did.
Teehee.
Yeah, and
Speaking
he's all
of
innocent
ships,
acting.
Speaking of ships, Leo is going to look at the toilet friend here. So, what can we expect in terms of rebellion arrival?
Well, we can't bring anything in, or they can't bring anything in too large, otherwise it's not going to get past the blockade easily. So, come in seemingly as a normal transport, wait for a window of opportunity, and then burn straight down to the planet. We're only going to have minutes at most by the time it gets down here before it's swarming with ties. Also, at that time, you guys are going to need to be out of Sunken Tower because stormtroopers are going to be everywhere fast. So it's got to be an in and out job. They have to come down right when it's time for us to leave.
Yeah, so we've got to stage everybody in the tunnels first. Make our exit, call in the exfil, and then
Well, you also
we're
got
already on our way.
you also got to think for timing. Since we're not doing this in the cover of night, the moment there is anything seeming like a slave revolt or something, Imperials are going to start coming down here anyways. The timing must be damn near perfect. Any offshoot for time, we're going to be in some serious trouble.
Indeed.
Well, then let's go over the plan. Leo and our new rebellion friend can help us.
I just work when they pay. That's all.
Okay, freelancer then. Then freelancer here can help you sort out the timing.
I like that. Much better.
Very well. Okay, so the plan is to distract, firstly, to distract any remaining security forces to the location of the Duros' shop, which will be in flames by this point, allowing us to sneak through the encampment and get to the main terminal. From there, we will unlock the collars, wipe the mainframe, and head out. Those that cannot be lifted to safety will be making their way to the Lost Village. I have secured transport for them. The rest...
Wait, hold on. How many slaves does he have? I haven't kept count.
There were 8 Wookiees. I don't remember how many non-humans.
I stated there were a total of 30 slaves.
You said 30 slaves were being
With the
airlifted by the
Wookiee.
rebels.
No.
With the Wookiees.
30 slaves is how many is in Sunken Tower right now. In that guy's hands. This is including
Okay.
the Wookiees and the escaped Wookiee.
So, but basically, what you're saying is the rebels can take all of them.
No. I just said that's just how many slaves there are there.
Well, yeah,
Well-
but when we asked about how many people the rebels can save,
I
you
never said a
30.
number.
Yeah, you said 30. He asked you directly
There
this
was
session.
an estimate, and basically the idea was the rebels could
I
possibly
meant-
take most or all of the
Yeah,
the
most or all
Wookiee
of the slaves, but I actually, if I said that's how many they can hold, I misspoke. They only. I haven't actually stated that
Is
yet.
that-
There was a total of 30 slaves on planet.
Yeah, the impression I got is that might be able to get all the Wookiees, but couldn't get everyone.
Okay, so all of the Wookiees are to be transported by the rebels up. We'll then, in addition to the Wookiees, we'll send as many slaves there as possible. But then the rest of them will have to go to Lost Village. I have secured the transports to get them to Lost Village, and then from there, they will likely end up under the employ of Ket.
May I suggest we prioritize the 2 slaves that are currently unconscious in the clinic with getting the Wookiees and getting them off planet?
That is entirely up to you, Desric.
Well, I think it's actually up to our freelancer friend. Freelancer, how many can you take?
He seems to be contemplating. Well, it's not a big ship, and the passenger limitation is normally 8. They can take more than that, but it's going to be cramped as hell.
Well, what if 2 of them are unconscious?
I might
Toss them in the
suggest
cargo
that-
hold.
I might suggest that one of them being human, amongst a whole bunch of Wookiees that have recently been enslaved by a human, that might
not be a
not
good
go
idea.
over well.
Wait, who's the human?
There was one of the slaves that was a human.
Did I say that?
Sorry, one of the assassins.
There were
Yeah.
there was
Oh,
a
yeah, one of the
human,
assassins,
a
that's right.
Twi'lek, and a Zabrak, and I thought we killed the human, and only the Zabrak and the Twi'lek were left. Or
No,
was
the
it the
Twi'lek
Twi'lek?
died.
died.
Okay, so it's the human and the Zabrak that's left.
Well, throw them in the cargo hold and lock it, and they'd be fine. But if they're bringing in the ship, they told me, then, or if they're sending the pilot, they told me. I know the ship he flies. Normally you could fit 8 comfortably, but I think you could squeeze about 15 in there. And that's not counting the cargo hold. But if there's a human in there, and these guys will hate humans, that may be a bad idea. But with the human being an ex-slave themselves, they may be somewhat sympathetic. If anything, stick the most non-violent slaves in there with them, and that'll bump it up to maybe 20.
Okay, so if there are any wounded slaves in the escape, maybe they go with the Wookiees.
And that leaves about 10 left. They can head to Sunken Tower, or the Lost Village.
Which coincidentally is just about enough for the transports
That
that I have
disappeared.
secured. Yeah, I don't know where it's gone.
I think it's because I hit reset by accident.
That might be the case. Well, regardless, oh, there it is.
All right, so we now know who's going where. Timing's the rest of it. Has Doge rejoined us at this point?
Not yet.
So the rest of this is timing.
Simply timing, yes.
We've got. I have a single stun grenade. I know Doge is going to have a small arsenal. Doc here is making us 3 gas grenades.
Well, I need Nikor's expertise in the grenades, but I can make at least the pod for it.
We have some improvised weapons for those making their way to Lost Village. I don't think the Wookiees should need anything. So they're going to run straight to either the clinic or the Twi'lek shop to make their way down to the tunnel.
How close is your store to the encampment area?
It is literally right across the side from Doc. If Doc's is on the east side, his is on the west side, south. And the encampment is like northeast. Opposite side of town.
Closer?
Doc's.
Okay, so Doc's is the primary target. If that fails, we'll head to the Twi'lek's location. Thankfully, given we secured the debris in the tunnels before, we now have an access tunnel straight to...
There's a second escape tunnel we could use that will lead outside, so it's much faster if we go through my shop, so we should split up. We need to decide who's going in the ship and who's not, and have group 2, who's staying to Lost Village, go through my shop. We can move the transport you have right around back.
That works for me.
Sounds like a plan. Pith, can you stay and keep the clinic open for one group, and then Kairos, you can keep your shop open for the other group?
That'll do. Yes, I can do it. Hey, what are we doing?
I'm assuming that was our friendly 7-foot-tall Mandalorian mercenary
6'3".
walking in.
Yep.
Well, he's like 6 foot something, but with all the armor, you know.
Oh, that was with the armor. It was 6'3". So
welcome, Dersh.
I hear a party's being planned without me.
Hey, at least you're invited.
Give me the recap real quick. What's the time we're hitting?
Soon.
I think that's dependent on when the grenades are ready. Right now, we're working on the exfil plan. We're going to split the freed slaves into 2 groups. Wookiees and any injured, along with a couple priority prisoners, are getting sent off-world via our freelancer friend with the rebellion. That group is being routed through the clinic, and they'll be let out through tunnels. The others will be sent to Lost Village. They'll be taking an armored transit, which is going to be hidden behind the Twi'lek shop. Now the trick is timing our attack and minimizing casualties. The idea is to make it look like a smash and grab, while Leo hacks the mainframe to erase any history of the slaves being there. Did I just about cover that, Leo?
Just about. The only thing that you missed out was the distraction.
Oh, yes! How do you feel about burning down the Duros' shop?
Like a lot of credits going down the drain.
I'm completely okay with robbing it first.
Coincidentally, you were the man I had put in charge of the distraction. Take anything that you wish.
Wait, were you saying that to Desric?
To Doge.
Why not? I don't plan on coming back to Terrace for a long time.
I think no one is.
That being said, now we have to divide the party, depending on who needs to go where.
By the way, when you mean soonish, we talking still daylight or within today at nightfall?
No, we're talking pretty much as soon as we're ready.
Yes, we have very little time to get to Skyrise. I'd rather this gets done as soon as possible.
Alright, that explains why Pith wanted the grenades. It's not going to take me too long to make those. 10 minutes. Assuming Pith already has the stuff ready.
By the way, how much time has eclipsed in Sunken Tower? It took them 3 hours to get here.
It's noon.
And we've got 12 hours left to get to Skyrise?
Well, it was about 24 at 6. Let's say 20 at 6. It's been 6 hours since then, so you have 14 left.
pushing it close. But
Yeah, I think we want to. I think we want to arrive in Skyrise at like dusk.
that sounds about right.
Assuming your contact's going to be there, there's no spaceport in Skyrise.
Well, we can worry about it once we arrive. For now, let's focus on what we have in front of us.
Yeah, you might want to make a plan B just in case this takes longer. Always plan ahead in case the plan you make fails.
Plan B is pretty much the Skylark, I believe.
Last time I saw it, it still couldn't even get off the ground.
Which reminds me, we should have a private conversation about how the businessman is going to fix that, and certain objects we may be in possession of.
He perks up. So you went in, and you got them. Wait, them?
There's a few things we need to discuss.
Like I said, a conversation for private audience. Because I assume the Twi'lek and the Wookiee are still here.
Yeah, and so is Pith, and he just looks around and is like, okay, who needs to leave?
Why don't we leave? I assume you brought your ship. That's probably the safest place to talk.
No, I brought my speeder.
Well, shit. All right, Pith, we're gonna go
Let's
borrow
go.
the room, the back room.
Yes, and in the meantime, Eliana, we need to pack up what we have left here.
That's true. I do also need to speak to Mr. Doge. I'll say my
Alright.
piece and then I'll join you.
He seems unpopular today. Alright, let's go. Kairos is actually quite nervously looking at Doge.
Good, he can be nervous.
Given their last
Yep,
meeting, I
yep.
don't blame him.
Desric is completely okay with this, although somewhat frustrated that he's all nervous around Doge when Desric was the one that shot him.
You're not as armed as he is, and you use the stun blast.
Yeah.
But still,
Also-
I shot him.
I would suggest not Mandalorian.
And
and not
point.
6'3".
Yeah, and not 6'3".
Desric's just under 6 foot, or right around 6 foot. But yes, he's kind of a lanky spacer. He's not a muscular and armored Mandalorian.
Anyways, Desric, Doge, and Illy go to that room.
Isn't Rose joining us?
I'm joining as well.
Would be wise, yes.
I wasn't sure who was going. All I heard was Desric and Illy.
Leo is going to hang back. He's still got stuff to work out.
Okay. Door shuts, locks, Doge presses a button. The lights flicker. Okay, what's this about?
So you sent us to retrieve an artifact.
Yes.
Couple issues. There's more than one artifact.
No,
Additionally-
there's only one.
I thought we were going to play this straight.
We are going to play this straight.
So, there were multiple artifacts. Additionally, there is now a third party interested in the artifacts. Someone claiming that they were double-crossed by the businessman. Now, I don't want to get in the middle of some turf war, but I don't like being robbed by one group after I'm ordered to retrieve something by another.
Oh, did you kill him?
No?
Didn't seem like a good option when they had us surrounded.
They had you surrounded, and you lost the artifacts to him.
No,
No, we
they
have
never
them.
knew where they are. We have them.
They didn't raid you?
They tried to rob us. They got caught.
Tried.
It was
Yeah.
a chist tried to rob us, and
Wait, I thought you said you were
Not
surrounded.
succeed.
A chist tried to rob you, but you're surrounded. I'm lost here. What the hell?
He had a party outside, heavily armed. There were only 3 of us, well, 4 of us, including the droid, and we were wiped out. That place is hell.
Glad I didn't go. They tried to rob you and failed, but they had enough numbers. They were heavily armed, and they didn't invade?
No, apparently they seem to think that they're going to kill the businessman shortly and take it from us anyways.
The businessman's always got people out for his head. That's nothing new.
this I don't know how often that sort of thing happens, and I don't know how competent they are, but these folks strike me as being fairly capable. So that being said, he should be looking out for himself here.
I'll pass
At
the
very
warning
least, get
along,
the warning.
but he's probably not going to take it seriously. Yeah.
Well, that's his problem.
No,
Our-
that's also
Our problem is that certain promises were made concerning
Indeed.
Ileana's daughter.
Yeah, the businessman is looking into it. There's about to be a meeting going down. Should be within a couple days now. A system. It's neutral territory for most the underground world. And all the planets that are there, and all the space stations that are there, it's random, and then no one will know until like an hour before, and everyone's gonna come in. So it's not like we can storm the place.
I understand. I also have an opportunity to possibly get in touch with Marin.
Oh, found the contact.
Maybe. I haven't been able to get in touch with them, but where we're going next, that's basically going to be my next priority.
Wow, you're cutting this close on time.
I don't have much choice.
So, we have 2 artifacts. The businessman, and you by extension, only offered to pay me for one of them. I'm willing to let you have your choice, but if you want both, we're going to need something extra.
That's up to the businessman. I can see which one it may look like he's interested in, but ultimately, best to show it to him. Either way, real quick, I'm going to want to see them before I leave, but since Ileana has a time restraint, what is going to be your role in this little escapade here? Because after I'm done with the distraction, I can easily grab you and we can go to Sunken Tower. I kind of owe you for helping me out for the Vulcar base, even though it was more for you guys than anything.
Wait, Sunken Tower, you mean Skyrise?
Skyrise.
So he's offering an airlift to Skyrise?
Not an airlift, but a departure on his speeder. Much faster.
Sounds like a good deal to me. I don't know if Rose or Illy have anything to say.
Well, my specific role in what's happening here, I'm not entirely certain. I should probably be sticking close to Leo, make sure that his repairs don't give out. I'm confident in my work, but still, I'm not sure where I'm needed, where I could be best suited, but I also do not intend to leave everyone else in the lurch.
Well, I try to offer you something that's helping you with your time restraints.
Let's check with Leo. Perhaps we can find an excuse to get you out of there early. Or at least split 2 and 2. Maybe you and Rose go ahead and I stay with Leo, or you and I go ahead and Leo and Rose finish up freeing the slaves. Might not be a good idea for me to stick around and play meet and greet with all the beings that think I'm responsible for their enslavement.
Maybe so, but look, if we're going to get there with Mr. Doge's speeder, I prefer that everyone be on the same page. We're all in this together, so I'm not going to pull a fast one behind anyone's back.
That's why I said check with Leo first.
Either way, artifacts, you guys can discuss this later. Show me.
We maintain possession until the businessman decides which one he wants.
I'm not here to take them. I'm just here to see him. Make sure you got the right one. To my knowledge, at least.
Okay, I'm good with that. So Desert's gonna take off his backpack. And unless Rose stops him, he is showing Doge both artifacts.
Rose is very. He's just like staring at what's going to happen, like the death stare kind of thing. And she's just going to walk a couple of paces away from everyone, but look in between you two, like when you show them the artifacts.
Alright, which one do you pull out first?
Haley's keeping an eye on Rose. Not suspiciously, just concerned.
I guess the scepter first.
You pull it out, you hold it up. Doge picks it up gently, spins it around, looks at it. Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
Looks ornate. A scepter of some kind. Some wealthy collector would probably like it.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it. He sets it back. What's the other one?
So Desert will pull out the plate with the crystal in it.
He gently picks that up. This doesn't look like it either. You sure? And he spins it around, and then when he turns it around and sees the bottom, wait. And he starts spinning it a bit more.
Rose has gone a lot more narrowed-eyed now.
This doesn't look complete.
These were the only two things we found in there. That and nightmares.
Emotions still to come closer.
Alright, she does.
And he points to a few things in there. Is like, does this look like something goes in there to you? Because that's what it looks like to me. Like it connects at these 4 points, and he pokes at the 4 sides on the inside. And yes, they do look like something inserts into them.
That would be my guess. I mean, I'm not that familiar with something ancient like this sitting in a temple, but could be.
And he flips it over to the back. It's like, now, if you look at it from this side, to me, this looks like what you're supposed to see, the outside of something. I think this one's it. It's incomplete, but if you find the rest of the parts, it would be cubical. Yes, this is it.
Rose starts like rubbing her hands together. Well, not together, but like rubbing each of her hands separate. Like she's getting really agitated now that you've said that, or that Doja said that.
There was nothing else in there.
Nothing but these two artifacts and nightmares.
And he sets it back down into your pack. Alright, and gives it back to you. Well, this may be a problem, but that's something you're going to take up with the businessman. That doesn't look complete.
You paid me to do a job. I did the job.
I didn't pay you anything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
paid to do a job is one thing.
You
but
hired me to do a job.
Okay, I'm sorry he's interrupting you, Mr. Doge. Please say again.
You are hired to do a job, you've done it, but a retrieval job is far more complex than most. If you don't retrieve the correct artifact, or all of the artifacts, or whatever you're supposed to get, it's a job incomplete, no matter how you slice it. So that...
We retrieved everything that was there.
Let me speak.
Your data was not complete.
No shit. But that's up with you and the businessman. I'm only giving you fair warning. I'm not the one you negotiate here with.
So how do we talk to him?
You'll have to go to him. I can give you his location.
So we have
Good.
to get off world.
Yep. And if you guys are... Wow, this is like so much higher quality than the original one. I could zoom in and nothing is blurred.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
Wow, that's actually a thing.
That's awesome.
That is badass. Props to whoever
Oh,
did this.
nice.
Now I kind of want to know who did it so we can put them in the credits.
Yeah.
Anyway, what is the planet that we're being sent to?
Well, there's Terrace.
His home base is on Onderon.
Onderon.
Oh, no.
That is.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a ways off the beaten path.
Further still, if we were to go where Sharon's being held.
He's already got people waiting on that. Though whether or not he completes it because this isn't complete, I don't know. Again, that's up to him. So I'd suggest you get there as fast as you can. And I would also suggest forget the Wookiees, if that's the case. Because it's going to take you a good while to get there. And by the time you get there, I'm betting, well, business is going to be open and they're going to start bidding.
The problem is we have no way there. Jade was supposed to get us a ride back to the core. This is way out of the way. And the Skylark's still not fixed. So even if we manage to get off planet, there's no way we can get there.
If you can get the parts to the Skylark, I can get her fixed. I can get her flying, and I can get out to Onderon.
We only get the parts from the businessman if he thinks the job is complete. And based on what Doge just told me, he's not going to be satisfied that the job is complete.
That I would get with this contact of yours as soon as possible and let this person know that you're alive and try to bluff your way like you still have everything, or you have another way to get what they have.
I wouldn't even know where to start with something like that.
Well, then do something to stall.
Stalling we can do, Illy.
With what? What do we have to offer?
Where's your ship? Was it completely destroyed, or is it just floating?
The last I saw it was under fire. Somewhere in the Corson system, I don't know what happened after the thrusters engaged on the escape pod. I got thrown into a bulkhead, I got knocked unconscious, I don't know what happened.
Well, if we're still doing the Wookiees, that cuts your trip off to your little friend. But after I do the distraction, I blast out of here and go straight to Corson, see if your ship's still there. Maybe some of the inventory's still there. Or we get out of here now.
We can't get into Coruscant, that's in the core. And even if you have
Not
travel
Coruscant,
rights,
Corson.
Corson.
Oh,
Where
okay.
we got on the transport.
It's in the
Sorry.
The mid-rim.
Sorry, somebody's green hand was over, or orange hand was over Coruscant, and I thought they were saying Coruscant. So I'm like,
My
how the
hand
hell are
was
you
not
guys going to
over
get into the core?
Coruscant.
Desert can get into the core, and it's no small feat.
Yeah, and Onderon is in the expansion region. No, the inner rim, I'm sorry. And that would mean Coruscant's in the expansion, not the mid-rim.
Coulson is on the way.
Look, I'll be honest, if I do get in touch with Marin, I'll do whatever she needs done until my daughter is free. But right now, I don't know what that is.
Well, I offered something. Take it or leave it, that's all I can say. But until
Billy,
I'm
let's
told
go talk.
otherwise, I'm told to assist you because you're working for us.
Illy, let's go talk to Leo. I don't see why you can't jet out of here there early.
Just FYI, I can jet out of here into space all I want. The Imperials aren't going to stop me, but they will search me, so I can't take any of you.
So either way, we have to make contact with this other person in Skyrise.
True. But like I said, I can get a head start to course and see if I can't find your ship. Maybe the cargo's there is still intact. If you can get a contact to get to Marin, but talk to her on your own when you're ready, I'd suggest do that. Until then, have your contact call this Marin and say you're still alive.
At the very least, we can do that once we get to Skyrise. Maybe. I mean, that's assuming the person here knows how to contact her with any.
The rest of this is hypothetical, Illy. We got to start from somewhere.
True.
Doge has what he needs. You have what you need. Let's get Leo what he needs and let's get out of here. The sooner we get you the Skyrise, the better.
So now it comes down to it. What's more important, your daughter or these Wookiees?
That's not a bloody choice at all, not to me. She's looking very upset at the moment.
Desert's gonna pull Doge aside. We may be able to work this. Give me a second. And Desert's gonna go pull on Leo.
Alright. Oh, Leo's actually not in this room.
Yeah, Desert's leaving the room.
And Doge is too. He's gonna go make those grenades.
Leo. Desert's gonna come up to him.
Yes.
Can we spare Ileana after the distraction?
Ah, you've just reminded me. Splitting the party, I assume that will be most efficient in that Rose will be coming with me. You and Miss Eliana will go together, and you will assist Doge in the distraction.
So you don't need us at the facility to help free slaves.
Once the Wookiees are free, I will need very little assistance.
And you need us primarily to handle the distraction with Doge?
Primarily, yes, I need as much chaos in the city as possible.
That's something I think we can accommodate. Desert's gonna then quickly return to Ileana and Doge.
Doge is no longer in that room.
Illy, you still with us?
Where do you need me?
Good news. We're on distraction duty. We're to set
Lovely,
fire to the Duros' shop, and then we leave with those for Skyrise. We just need to cause a little chaos on the way out.
All right. And Rose?
I'm with the droid, apparently. Yes?
Yes. You need to make sure he gets in the facility safely. Help free the Wookiees, and then make sure he makes it to the mainframe.
There's a big eye roll from Rose, and she nods.
You're going to be where all the action is. Isn't that how you like it?
I'm freeing slaves. There's no action in that. Regardless, the droid's gonna need me.
Armed guards, stun grenades, knockout gas. I'm sure there'll be plenty of action. By the way, since I'm on Distraction duty. I don't need this. Desert pulls out the last stun grenade from his pack. I think you will find that you need it more than I do.
All right, yeah, Rose takes it. She stands up and takes it and puts it in a bag and says, "We'll see."
Thank you, Rose.
Rose says nothing. She's like gives a slight nod and that's it.
All right. So, Ileana, the Empire seems to think you're a terrorist. How do you feel about giving them some reason to believe that?
To be honest, I want to go back to the quiet life of being a mechanic on a ship, but it seems there's a different destiny in store.
Well, I'm thinking on our way out, besides starting a fire at the Duros' place, maybe a few unoccupied vehicles happen to get overloaded or crashed into one another. You're a mechanic. I think we can rig up a few car crashes, can't we?
As long as I'm doing so without getting people hurt. Yes.
I figure a
that's it.
few empty cars or broke down cars in the middle of the way to stop the troopers from pouring into the city so quickly would do our friends trying to free the slaves a great service.
I can do that. But like I said, I don't want to leave a trail of bodies.
Empty cars, Ileana. Empty cars.
All right, I can work with that.
Then we have our plan. Let's all check in with Leo and make sure everything's good to go.
Rose stands
Agreed.
up and goes.
Quick phone call, guys. 1 sec.
Cool.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna-
I guess we'll make our way back out and just kind of check in with Leo and make sure everybody knows what they're doing and that Leo and our freelancer friend is happy with the plan.
I'm going to need that stun grenade, by the way. If there's a card for that, that'd be nice.
Let me check that I have a card. I don't think I do.
There's one in the group inventory I have us.
I was mistaken. There is, in fact, a card.
Stun grenades. I'll take that one.
Whilst this is all going on, Leo is going to make sure that the Wookiee is fully clued up on the plan. But also, he is going to look at Piff and ask whether there is any spare stimpaks he has access to. Because Leo is thinking that the Wookiees and the alien slaves have been kept in pretty poor conditions. So they are likely not going to be in the fittest of states.
I don't have too much more. Maybe just 3? Let me go grab them. Well, he eventually returns. He hands them to you.
Much appreciated, Beth. Keep your head down.
I intend to.
Of course. For the time being, I believe we are good to go.
How much longer does Doge and Pith need on the grenades?
Doge comes out with the grenades. Alright, Pith, the base parts are ready. Just needs you to put the stuff in and seal them. He hands them to him. Okay, it shouldn't take me too long to get the gas grenades ready. And as Pith walks off, Doge is like, just like old times, eh, buddy? Pith says nothing.
So, Doge, to catch you up, Illy and I are on distraction detail with you. After setting the Duros' shop ablaze, we are to cause as much chaos on our way out as possible. I'm thinking some roadblocks with some abandoned vehicles ought to do nicely.
May have something for that. We can do that first. Get them wired up and ready. Get them on a remote, press a button, and as we leave, blocks the entrance. That'll slow the Imperials or anybody else down.
That was my thinking. Delayed response buys the rest of the party more time, and we get out in the chaos.
Either way, as for causing a distraction at the Duros' shop, if I remember right, he's got some things that could really help with that.
Yes.
It's going to be loud.
I think that's exactly what Leo had in mind. Didn't you, Leo?
That is indeed correct.
Speaking of the Duros, where the hell is he?
Sedated, I think Pith said. Sounds like he's not been happy about his new living situation.
Oh, he's going to be pissed.
I don't suppose there's a bounty on him that we could turn him in somewhere.
No, he used his Trandoshan friend to do all that stuff. Probably why his Trandoshan friend got shot down. Now, the hardest part is, or the worst part is he may be a little bit vindictive, and he knows your faces and names.
Lovely.
Ah. Out of curiosity, is he in good standing with the locals in Lost Village?
Yeah, in Lost Village? No idea, never been there.
Well, he's unconscious. If he were to, I don't know, find his way on the armored truck there, that should delay him at least a day or so.
I
Yeah.
suggest sedate him and just leave him here if you didn't want to kill him. But I guess we can sedate him and put him on the truck.
I think leaving him here would be the best option. He'll have his warehouse back.
Well, he'll have a moment of happiness for that one until he gets to his shop. Yeah, we ought to give him the good news as we're sedating him. When you wake up, this warehouse is going to be yours again. Have fun with that.
It's all a
Oh.
magic trick.
Okay,
You'll also be robbed, penniless, and broke, but we'll leave those details for you to figure out on your own.
So, exit plan. Desric and Miss Eliana will go to Skyrise with Doge.
It'll be a little cramped, but I could fit them.
Rose and I will return back here, take Piff with us to Skyrise as well once we have loaded.
Yeah, and pack all his equipment into the speeder. I'd pack it before you leave. Or before we get started, rather.
That is the idea. Not to mention our other little friend.
It would probably
Who?
be a good idea
Kairos?
if we get her, the other female Wookiee, show her the tunnels. If she's going to leave with the transport, then it would be a good idea to let her know what's in there. This way, if you guys are pressed on time, we can go in different directions. This is coming from the male Wookiee.
Sounds like a plan, but she doesn't trust us.
She seems to trust me at least. I will take her through it.
Yeah, this way, once everyone gets in here, she can take over for the job in here, and you guys can go where you need to go without any hesitation.
How about you, though? What happens to you once?
I'll take the Tordarian's transport back.
You want to stay on Terrace?
I came here for a reason. I intend to stay.
Give him our thanks.
And good luck.
To you as well.
Also, Doge, have some fun.
Oh, don't worry. There's gonna be some pretty fireworks out there. And also, more buildings than just the Duro shop's gonna go down. but it's all empty over there.
Very well. I believe we are set to go then.
As soon as Doc gets back, yeah, let's
Pith
blow this
returns.
popsicle stand.
He's like, okay, I've got the grenades right here. Where's the speeder? We need to start loading it up.
Outside the front.
Okay. I'm gonna need help getting the droid into the cargo hold.
Right. I'll give you a hand with that.
Okay. At this point, Doge walks up. Wait, Leo's going in a cargo hold?
Uh,
Not Leo.
Miss Eliana's pet project.
Oh, I can help you with that. I'm pretty good with droids.
Thank you.
What a good idea.
I was just thinking that.
Well, it doesn't mean much if you don't speak up.
I mean, Leo
Okay, have
Yes.
fun.
Leo is just sort of looking between them. Like, he can't really say much without giving what he knows away, so he's just sort of not able to really say anything.
I'm just listing this as an assassin droid or Doc's hacking gear. I don't know what else to call all this stuff.
Yeah, at this point, the doc kind of perks up. Nicor, I actually need your assistance somewhere else, please. Alright, whatever. You
Oh.
guys handle that without me?
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Okay.
Pith,
Yes?
did you find any information on that datapad?
Thought I gave that to you guys, did I?
Information regarding the sort of black box that we found. That was one thing. But there was also the datapad from the Imperial office.
Yes.
Yeah. I told you said the fragments were broken up. It's too much. He would need something to compare it to and gather a lot of data. He states it's going to take... If the data pads don't have different, fragments left over, it's still going to take a lot, depending on the number of fragments.
Gotcha. Okay.
For now, we'll work that out later on. If we get our hands on more of them. But yeah, so let's get the package in the speeder.
Okay. Let's take what's in the security office first. Doge, I need your help with that.
All right.
You guys, pack up the workshop of yours. Get everything ready.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, would our new Wookiee friend be able to help? That would make it a lot faster.
Leo is gonna look at him. You can help if you wish it.
Yeah, where do you need me to help?
We have a heavy droid that needs lifting to the speeder.
Yeah, I can help with that. Doge is like, oh yeah, get the Wookiee to do it. Leave me out. Whatever.
There's a big cough that comes from Rose.
What
Pitt's
now?
got some stuff for
do it
that.
a lot easier, and you only need me to do it. Let the Wookiee help somewhere else.
Is
Fine.
that a good idea to start frivolously using that?
No, it is not.
Rose? I understand the power of it, but we were given a warning.
Okay,
Both
you got my
sections.
attention. Power of what?
Did she actually use her force powers in front of Doge?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
Rose hasn't.
And Illy is just face palming right now.
Fine. She's going to go to the droid and like
Thank you.
just yell out. Someone give me a hand with this.
Doge is now looking between everyone. Whatever. Conversation for next time. Get to it.
It's there's a lot of pride, and yeah.
All right, yeah, I wait. Do I have? I was gonna say, do I have the strongest brawn out of everyone?
Yes, you do. Save the Wookiee.
So, yeah, save the Wookiee, which
Save
is
the
why I asked for the Wookiee's assistance.
And Doge.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
All right,
The
then
Wookiee's
fine.
also the only one in here taller and bigger than Doge.
Not by much.
Wookiees are usually like 7 to 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Surprise. I mean,
Taller,
They
he's
can-
just he's a good bit taller, yes, but width-wise, Doge is a big man. Not fat,
Well,
but he's built.
So this 5'7" girl is like asking for help to get this droid out.
Yeah, Elby's gonna help out.
All right, yeah.
Whatever. I'll help. I don't care. What needs
they all
moved?
just direct.
I'm carrying like the bulk of the droid, and Ellie's like,
I guess the Wookiee's got, got into the middle, I guess? Or who's all carrying this?
me, Rose, sorry.
Illy, Rose, Illy, and our Wookiee friend.
You know,
Okay.
the Wookiee could probably do it by himself.
I don't care. I want this intact.
Many hands make light work.
Yeah. The Wookiee's carrying the most weight. He's got the center and he's hoisting it up.
All right, yeah.
Like above where we can effectively reach.
It's at it. He's holding it at his waist.
Okay.
He does
Then-
seem to be struggling, and you guys helping seems appreciative.
I'm helping. I'm helping.
We're helping.
I was about to say, what is Desert doing?
Let's say Desiree. I mean, there's only 3 people that can probably carry this thing.
Yeah, no, Desert's grabbing spare parts or whatever pieces of equipment Doc says he needs.
Yeah, Kairos states up. Okay, so where am I needed for now?
Go position yourself at the shop. Get everything ready for. Oh, you can take the truck. Who has the command cylinder?
The Wookiee says, I do.
That would be the Wookiee, yes.
Would you mind? Twi'lek needs to go station things at his end.
I'd rather I do it with my friend in there.
Oh, fair point. Leo, make sure we show our Wookiee friend the escape and then have them go deliver the truck to the Twi'lek shop. Kairos, you can
By the
head
way,
over there.
what does she need to be doing? She's going to want in on this.
She's coming with me.
Understood. And you guys, I guess, continue taking the droid out to the speeder.
Yep. I think there's a montage where just everyone's taking stuff and
Yeah.
Dun,
like struggling and carrying shit to the
Yeah.
to the trucks. and the-
It's the A-Team montage. We're randomly welding shit to cars and
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, that's good. Copyright. Don't do it.
I
Yeah.
know all about.
It's a
copyright.
parody.
I'm fine. It is a parody, therefore it's legal. Therefore it's fine.
That doesn't make them. That doesn't stop them.
Yeah, because YouTube's retarded. Anyway, moving
GM's
on.
call.
Not just GM's call,
I
but
think, yeah.
YouTubers' call.
I think.
exactly.
Yeah. We just finished up all the stuff and everything's in the truck, I guess.
All right.
Mhm.
You get everything in. It took about a good 30 minutes to get everything loaded up and whatnot.
Whilst
sounds
this
about
is happening, Leo will go over the plan with the female Wookiee.
All right. And what is her and your plan? What are you two doing?
Well, me, the female Wookiee, and Rose will basically go in through the front door, potentially pretending that she is At least until we get in close range that they can tell that she's not, that she is our prisoner. Then from there, all hell breaks loose. And we get in and we essentially fight the way through to the main console room.
She growls at the part where she has to be a potential prisoner and states again, anyone who tries to put a collar or cuffs on me will die.
No collar, no chains. We
It's a
just
bluff.
need to have it's just an outright bluff. We just need to get in close enough that we're in, well, within your arm reach.
And she cocks her
I'm
head.
guessing that's where I come in.
Indeed.
She cocks her head, looks down at her hands. She crosses them at the wrists. This will be good enough?
You have enough fur there to hide any potential cuffs. Assuming that they're there at all, of course.
Yes, that'll be enough.
I don't think Desric's there.
Then,
I was about to say, I could have sworn only Leo went.
Yeah, I think it was just
Yeah.
Leo.
And then once we're in, and I'm at the console, that's where you and Rose will, or at least Rose will defend me whilst you direct the prisoners from there.
I can direct the other Wookiees, but I don't think the other slaves speak Shiriwook.
I will provide a datapad with their directions. I'm assuming they can speak basic,
They all,
or at least understand
they
it.
all understand basic.
Very well. I will provide a datapad with instructions.
Okay. Seems good. But I'm warning you, do not cross me.
I have absolutely no intention of doing so.
She nods. Call me when you need me.
Very well. And if I'm not mistaken, that's coming up to the 4th hour.
Well, we did start late, but we can easily just end here if you like.
Well,
It's like 7 minutes to 9 anyways.
I mean, it really depends because we don't have much.
Yeah, this
more
is kind of a
to go.
natural stopping point because once we start this next bit, it's going to get crazy.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
would have a lot of things to work on. If
Mhm.
I get the frickin' time from work to do it.
You could always end on a cliffhanger.
Oh, that's kind of what this is.
Please don't. Damn it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and call it here. So, you guys got something to say?
No, actually, no. I'll save it until next time.
Okay. So, yeah, a bit of a cliffhanger ending. Anticipation for the next go of it. Kind of like when we were going to the new Vulcar base. Except this time, the intention is not to kill, but to free, and presumably, you know, stun or put down any opposition they have. Let's see how well that works out.
Do vibro swords have a stun setting?
No.
Big
It's a
old nerd.
sword.
Did anyone tell Rose this?
I'm assuming if she turns the vibration off and just smacks him with the flat end.
Who says I was going to smack him with the flat end?
I'm just saying that would be stun damage. If you say stun damage.
It would be, yeah.
Well, it would also be kind of blunt damage, so some of it would probably do physical damage.
Yep.
Well, regardless, whether that is or isn't the plan remains to be seen.
We're planning not to kill a bunch of people, but
And then Rose
plans.
get angry.
And you're sending the bloodthirsty killer in to do the non-killing.
Yay. Yay.
Mistakes may have been made.
Lovely.
Well, no mistakes were made.
Ha 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 ha. Yes.
Pith, it's completely non-lethal. We're taking in stun weapons and knockout gas, and oh yeah, we might also be sending in the angry Hath Sith with the Vibro Sword.
Yeah, we're gonna send in Rose, but you know what? Let's just focus on everything else but that. That's not gonna go wrong.
I'm pretty sure that part may have been left out to Pith.
I'm also pointing out that you guys agreed to that.
Yep.
Leo was the one in charge, however.
Ellie just said, "Where do you need me?" Yeah.
Either way, tune in next time for the Great Slave Escape. Alright guys, thank you all for coming to the stream or watching it, when it pops up as a recorded video. My primary channel is YouTube, but this is doubly streaming to Twitch as well. And since Twitch does not keep episodes for like more than 2 weeks, if you're just tuning in from Twitch, go ahead and jump over to my YouTube channel. It should be down in the description if I've done it right. If not, just my YouTube name is Dark Zeke, just like Twitch, but with a space. And you can watch them all there. Till then, we will see you guys next week. Later.